Let's do it. All right.
Damn, I'm sweating, man. It's impossible to sleep without a blanket, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
I can't sleep without blankets. Even if it's hot, I'll just like take one leg out of the blanket and just.
Yeah, you need cover.
I do need mod probably on ESOC to be able to edit stream title, etc.
Uh, uh might be a mod. I might be able to do it.
Yeah.
What's that? Okay, I can see you now.
All right. So we're probably just gonna wait on the players, right, until they found the game.
Yeah. Let me see if I can edit the title. I think I can go into mod view.
No, you just type exclamation mark title and then you can update it. And also, if you can update the night bot just to show that me and you are casting.
Okay. Battle Battlehead versus Lionheart. Yeah, updated the title now. The casters, right? Let me check.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, Batuhan is spelled wrong. You wrote Batunhan.
How do you spell his
No,
name?
it's Batuhan. You wrote Batunhan.
Okay.
Let me text Batuhan to see what is going on when they're gonna have the
Yeah.
games live, and then we should be able to jump right into it, which would be absolutely amazing. What are you thinking about this series, Caverna? What are your predictions so far?
I think this is gonna be an amazing series. Like we know that Battle Hunt has been improving so much into the game. I don't feel though like Lionheart has a lot of experience, and then especially with the E stuff, so he can. It's very unpredictable to play against a guy like this. You don't know if he's gonna play standard, he's gonna turtle in his base. So it's. I think that's hard to play against a player like that. It gives him an edge, especially like knowledge wise. He knows about revolts and because he's a content creator into this kind of stuff. So I think that gives an edge. But I think Batuhan has the mechanics to take games out of Lionheart and possibly take the win as well. So it's going to be a very interesting match here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, about Lionheart, and he is not known for his very good mechanics. He's known for his very good decision making, his very good timings, and his very good civ knowledge, right? When it comes to, as you said, the E stuff. So yeah, I'm ready for this series. I my predictions have always been either it's going to be a 4-0 to Lion, or it's going to be like a close series, but Batuan is going to win it. That's my personal opinion about how this one is going to go. Now, okay, we do have the first picks for the first game, the blind picks, which is actually a good matchup for Batu. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be Lion playing Spain and Batu playing Brit. What do you think about that matchup, Caverna, on Great Plains?
Oh, that's definitely a Brita's favorite, but we have seen like Spain taking wins from Brits. So I don't know. There are ways to win.
This
I
is
thought
an
that was
ideal matchup for
harder
both.
than I thought it was harder than it actually is. But I've seen way too many games people taking with Spain. I saw there was a tournament where someone sorry, my
Oh, good.
throat is not really good.
Don't worry.
There was one game that someone actually counter pick with Spain against Brits, which was I thought that was nuts, and they actually won. I don't remember which tournament it was, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Casters are showing honk button as the caster still, by the way.
Maybe you have to refresh your page.
No, it's Kingo just tried to update it, and
I
that's
think
what's
it's
showing.
casters. See, maybe they have two commands: one with casters, one with caster.
Probably. Anyways, the matchup itself, I like this
Hello,
as Brit.
guys.
I like this as Brit, but it is a very tricky matchup. Spain isn't really allowed to make a lot of mistakes. Now I know the way Lion plays it.
Yeah,
Lion likes to sit back, make a lot of musketeers, and he likes to before he pushes with two falcons. He actually likes to add two more falconets to his composition and push with four falcons. Now that's all on Batuan to see if he's going to make Cav and if he's going to be able to get us around. If he's going to decide to stay H2, anyways. Um, but Brit can also do some GMT gameplay. Um, he can go H3 himself nowadays on DE. So I still think the optimal decision here is to go H2, especially where Lion isn't really a greedy player when it comes to Spain. He's more of a very offensive player. So I'm excited to see how that's going to go down. Now, personally, I think it's going to be tough for Batu. Batuan struggles against artillery in general. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this one's gonna go. So far, we're still waiting on the game, but on Great Plains as well, I think it's a bit of a Brit favored map because you can spread
yeah.
your manners so much. Like you can be everywhere on the map. So yeah,
You
I'm
have
excited to
food
see.
everywhere, and that's what
Exactly,
you need as Brits.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking forward to, and let's hope it's gonna be a very entertaining series and a very entertaining first game.
I remember when I used to play on vanilla, I would only play on Great Plains, and everybody would say, "Oh, let's play this other map." I said, "No, only Great Plains."
Great Plains only.
Only. Did you have that when you played vanilla, or you didn't play vanilla? I
Yeah,
don't
there were a
remember.
couple of people that wanted to play only Decan. That was when I played Asian Dynasties as well.
Yeah, it was funny, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if the game is popping up already. No,
Um,
not yet. I suppose there's a 3 minute delay, probably, right?
that
So
is, yes.
gotcha.
Sorry, guys, we don't have the. We done this stream like kind of in a rush, and we do not have the layouts, the updated layouts for Izok, so I do apologize for that.
It's
I
all
hope
good.
that
I also came in last minute as well, so and I don't usually cast free sock.
okay has an Izok name there. What is that?
Where?
The first one.
There we go. Shake sucks. Oh my god. That's Lion's new name, for fuck's sakes.
I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of 32 matchup hosted by ESOC, the Spring Championships, played on the north side of the map in the color blue by Lionheart, aka Shake Sucks, playing as the Spanish, against on the south side of the map, one of our proud Papi slash M Falc clan members, Batuhan. Now, I'm very excited for this one. I think the map spawn is really, really good for Brit. Spawning on the south side here, there's a lot of open spaces here where you can try to abuse the open spaces and try and surround potentially with cavalry or more musketeers. I think it's going to be more challenging for Spain rather than for Brit. Brit can also just advance to these sides of the map and just be comfortable the entire time almost throughout in the game. So I'm uh, I'm excited for this one. I really am. What do you think of her?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think battle is such a play standard, like Crab is saying. Yeah, we don't need to go fancy. I've seen Robot doing the FF with Brits. It works for him against some matchups, even against Spain. But I don't know. I'm still very confident that it's easy to beat Spain in H2 and possibly age up later on, especially in a map like this where you have so much food. You just can sit in your base, wait for Spain to come, and then I think Bato has to have like a timer in his head and sort of understand the matchup when Spain has to push, and if he doesn't, then he has to push himself. Otherwise, Lion might just go to H4 and do something funky. He has to be aware of those things as well. That's what people sometimes do. They revolt and all of that. So I think that has to have a timer, maybe 7, 8 minutes, maybe scouting, moving forward around the map. I think that's going to be very crucial for this
I mean,
matchup.
we see a cow steal from Batu early on, and he decided to just kill the cow instead of just taking it himself. Which I guess it's understandable. It's a tourney game. You don't want to spend all your APM. Preferably, I would have liked to seen him, try and take that cow for himself, but that's also not that bad. Um, but one thing I do note that I saw about Batuan's deck that I don't really like so far is
Let's
if
have a
you can
look at his deck.
see, yeah, he doesn't have a 600 coin in deck. He does have the church card instead, the Glorious Revolution, but he does not have GMT. So I don't know how useful the church card is going to be in his deck. Um, Normally with Spain, you want to have the 700 coin and the 600 coin. So with the 700, you can be able to spam units, whether it be extra hussars or musketeers. And then with the 600 coin, you will want to be able to age up. But that means that he's going to have to rely on purely his macro villager wise to gather the coin manually and age up. Now, it is looking like Batuhan's Explorer is in danger. He is pretty close to his base, and he does have quite a healthy amount of HP, excuse me. So he's probably going to be able to get there back in time. And
Yeah.
Spain is now only clicking up with 16 villagers, whereas Spain preferably wants to go up with 15 villagers. So
Let's have a look at Shake Sex deck.
she sucks. Just call him Lionheart. So we're
And I
seeing
will lose this
a
opportunity.
we're seeing a main deck from Lion here. So we're seeing 3 bills capitalism, pretty standard. 5 bills 700 700, Rod HP, rods, the church card, and the 9 Irish Brigadiers. Now Lionheart is, except for Piro, is the only Spain player I know that actually makes use of the 12 pikemen, and he actually uses them very well. He has the 9
Nice.
rods. He doesn't have 8 rods. Instead, he prefers the 5 Huss. I think
Both of them
personally,
have advanced artillery, which is interesting.
yes, I think advanced artillery is more useful against Lion than rather for Lion. But you know,
Right. He
I
has Elmeto. Is
I
that Elmeto?
which one?
H4? What is
Elmeto.
that?
Yes, he does have the Elmeto in H4. Now, in my opinion,
Interesting.
Lion isn't going to ship 700 coin. He's going to ship 5 villain 700 wood, and he's going to try and macro for H4 like that, for H3 like that. Now, Bato is seeing he's seeing that Spain is aging late, so he's going to put down a forward base very comfortably. And yeah, I don't like one thing about Lion's deck, the 12 pikes. You could have had 8 rods there, especially if you're going to opt to go into veteran rollers, then 8 rods are generally much better than 12 pikes.
Don't you want to
Batuan,
do Musketeers on this matchup instead of
you
Rods,
do,
though?
but eventually, if the game goes later H3, right, there's always the possibility for Brits to trying to spam longbow goon, and Spain doesn't really skirm goon well, so they want to have Rodoleros instead. Now, very nice by Lionheart, going to pick up this 320 XP, but Batuhan does spot this tower, and this tower cannot go forward from Lion anymore because Batuhan has been able to spot it. Lion has to go and put this tower in base, and these musketeers can now either go and freely siege this trading post, or they could have even tried to start working on this tower. And yeah, he's going to idle Lionheart a little bit here. And as I said, Lionheart does not age up with the coin crates. And that's, ooh, almost a villager. That villager just survives in time, and the Explorer does go down for it, but it's very nice idle time that Batuhan is bringing here on Lionheart. Lionheart's age up is going to be a bit late. He's going to click up at around minute 6, which will mean that he will be up by minute 7:30. So that gives Brit the opportunity to be able to ship his wood crates back to back, boom more, and get a couple of more barracks out, or even eventually a stable. And I think that the start so far has been good for Batuhan. Not a lot of hunts in the base for Lionheart. Does he see where that low HP villain is? He's probably going to try and fish for him. Now, Lionheart at the other end, he does make four dogs. And he's not, because he has made those four dogs, he hasn't been able to click up yet. So his momentum is really, really slowed down right now, and he can't even ship his five vills because he's popped for the time being. Now he is he is aging up with the scout with the four hus. So far, if I can say who's had the better H2, early H2 at least, it's definitely been Batuan because he's also going to get this trading post for free. That barracks is going to go up way late. And look at how much food he has in his base cover right
Yeah, and also he's like he's actually being very active. And we have a defensive outpost, so I do like what Batu is coming here.
now. Yeah.
Um, is my voice any better, guys? I did lower the volume a little because they were saying that I was a bit too loud compared to you.
I haven't really noticed that, but look at Lion. He has shipped his five bills, and early on. Oh, sorry, right. He shipped the five bills early on, but he is opting to spend the shipment in H2 on the seven Rodoleros, which I don't hate, but I don't really like because if those Rodoleros don't really get a good connection onto the Musketeers just for extra units to be able to do damage, then those Rodoleros are just going to be useless and it's going to be a shipment spent on nothing. Now, if I'm Batu, I'm trying to poke in and out, in and out, in and out because once the two falconets arrive, you don't want Spain to have a big mass to be able to protect it. Now we're seeing Batu going for a Musk Husk composition. He's not going to go double Musketeer, which I like. He's going to ship the 700
Yeah,
coin, but now this is the problem that I said earlier. He doesn't have a 600 coin to follow up with.
yeah, I see. He also it gets really hard, much harder to actually age up. He's gonna have to gather, mine all the coin to for an age up. It's sometimes it's really nice to send the 700 coin. You get your batches of cav, and then you send your 600 coin to age up, right?
Yeah. Another thing about Batu is that he is a raging market abuser. He will abuse the crap out of the market. He will all the resources he can, he will abuse it just before his opponent can. And I don't think that's even half bad of a strat, honestly. Now we do see Lion is in H3. Let's see. He is opting to go for the two Falconets first. Now, at the moment, he does have enough stuff to defend his Falconets, but you give Batuhan another minute or so, and he's not going to have enough stuff to defend. And I don't like this. I don't like the full villagers right now. I want to see six musketeers or a musketeer upgrade because you know the
You
falconets are
need
going
a
to
big
come in.
mess, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. You know the falconets are going to come in. Either you want your mass to be strong or you want your mass to even grow bigger. Now he is going to get more hussars out and he's going to get more musketeers out. But I don't like this push from Batu right now. He is forcing Lion a bit back, and the more time this is going to be spent on just walking around for Lion, the better it is for Batu because he's going to get a bigger mass and he's double producing, whereas Lion is single producing. As you can see, Lion is on 69 pop right now, and Batu is on 92 pop, and he's got 10 Azars out, and he's making more and more and more Azars. And those vills came in for free practically, so maybe shipping the villagers was a good decision for Batuhan, because now we see he's on 40 vills, Lionheart is on 26 vills with capitalism, so that equals out to about 28 villagers. So Batu is 12 vills ahead, but he
Hey,
isn't
if you
aged out.
think about it, he's very passive, Lionheart, so that makes sense as well to boom a little bit more behind all of this.
Yeah, one thing that I'm not liking from Lion right now is that he's not getting his veteran upgrades for his musketeers. He's opting for more mass rather than a veterancy upgrade. Now, veterancy upgrade gives you a 25% boost on all action damage, so that's really, really big. Well, these Husks gonna get caught out there, not. And Batuan is doing a very good job of just trying to idle Lion, trying to keep him in his base, trying to contain him, not let him get another hunt, because this is the next hunt that Lion's got, and for the rest, he has no
Yeah.
more hunts. Um, Batu, if he buys himself enough time, I would have liked to say he might even just age behind it, but I don't think that's in the card. I think he wants to even add a second barracks and keep on massing, and he definitely needs more pop space because if he's gonna get popped right now, he's in a very bad situation. You don't want to get popped. You want to continue building up more of a mass. So now he's shipping his 6 musketeers. He's making more musketeers. Currently, he's on 33 musks and 18 hus, in comparison to Lion, who has 24 musketeers, 2 falcons, 5 dogs, 7 rods, 5 lancers, 4 Hussars, and an Explorer. I think Lionheart has the way more impressive mass right now, and there is no way in hell that Batuan should ever push, especially now that he's getting his veteran upgrades. And those Hussars really need to disengage because they're his win condition, and Batu just needs to back off. There is no reason for
Yeah,
Batuan to engage.
exactly. There's no. I think he just plays defensively. He's making Lionheart idle as much as he can, but he actually doesn't want to engage at all. He actually wants Jake sucks. Sorry. He wants Lionheart to push his base, and then he takes a fight in the open, and then he'll have an advantage to take his Falconets with the Hussars, and it'll be
Exactly.
a better fight on the open for him.
Exactly. Now Lionheart has to try and look for a fight, but Batu doesn't. Batu needs to disengage. He cannot fight this fight. This is a very bad fight for Batuhan here right now. And yeah, he's having to take it, but I don't know how good it is for him. Well, there is a lot of Azars here, but he doesn't have Azar HP in deck from what I know, and he hasn't shipped it yet. So he is going to take a fight right now, but those Azars are just frolicking around, and he's lost all of his Azars right now. A couple of Azars are going to commit on the Falconet. He is going to be able to get one Falconet for his troubles. Is he going to be able to get damage off on the second one? He is going to get some damage off, but this isn't enough mass for Brit right now to be able
He
to
needs to
fight
back out.
this. Yeah, he needs to back up really quickly because Lionheart is following this up with more Lancers. And at the other end, Batuan is now only shipping a Musk attack upgrade. And you see the scores are also closing down. This was a really bad fight for Batu and a really good fight for
Yeah,
Lion. Because all of his mass is dead.
he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
And behind all of this, Batuan wants to age.
And now he's gonna be forced to stay in this age. And I think Shake Lionheart now has another advantage. Shake. It's gonna be a rough one.
It is, and he is even losing. You're gonna lose two Hazars, I think. No, he's lost 1.5 Hazars for free after popping here. I think he just needs to commit on the push. Like you're gonna make more Rexes, you're gonna make more stuff, but it doesn't really make sense right now for you to be staying in H2, even though you don't have a fast H. So I think Lion is very much in the driver's seat right now in this game.
Yeah, he was forced to send the military upgrade with the musketeers instead of sending 600 coin. That would give him a little bit more tempo. Because you can see I think he sent the combat one.
Yeah. He did. Now he also doesn't have a stable. He's probably
It's,
going to put a stable down. But the Rex positioning here as well is very, very questionable for
yeah,
Batuhan. You should be putting
exactly.
it somewhere over here or at the back of your base. Because you want that TC to be able to shield for you. Now, luckily enough for him, Lionheart is spending his time trying to siege down the houses, which isn't bad because he's going to get more and more XP. But now Lion is shipping the 1,000 wood. And after the 1,000 wood, he's probably going to be able to ship the 700 coin. And he's going to go into more and more bucketheads. That is my prediction here, Caverna.
Okay. Did you hit? It doesn't have Spanish go, does he?
No, he does not. I mean, there was zero
How
reason
many
for
views he
Batuhan to
has?
push out. There's 52 for Batuhan right now, and there is 32 for
32.
Spain. Plus crates hitting the floor, and he's basically got an unkillable mass right now.
Yeah, Batu is in trouble. And, is he aging now?
Batuhan is not aging, but he's floating a lot of resources. He does not have a stable yet, so he has a phenomenal eco. He's going to go raiding. He's going to go and try and kill some villagers. Lion at the other end. Does he already have an artillery foundry down? He does not. Those raids from Lion from Batu are, keeping him. Oh, there is the artillery foundry, and very smart by Lion. He's going to take his villagers where his army is, so that Batuan can't
Yeah.
really raid him and hurt him. He does have 16 villagers built up right now, but as we all know, Lion is not a villager regardless. Now, does he see this
Batu.
British army moving in? He does not, and he's actually going to lose a lot of villagers here right now if he doesn't pay attention, move quickly, which he does. So Batuan is going to get two, maybe a third villager. He is going to get that third villager, but he needs to back off really, really quickly because that one falconet and those extra falconets that can pop from here will be able to do a lot of damage to him. Batuan himself lost a villager over there, and now the Lionheart is going to be placing a TC down on this gold mine, protecting this hunt, protecting this gold mine, which basically does give the entire left side of the map to Batuhan. What do you think Batuhan should do here, Caverna?
I don't know. I think he should have 600 coin in his deck so he could age.
Yeah.
But I think another way he can do this is actually base trade, because he has the villagers to remake. But then we do see that Lionheart is doing a second base down below, and he's gonna start scaling as well. And it's gonna go into a late game here. I feel.
I don't know how late this game is going to get because this mess, Batuhan has no answers for fucking Nets in H2. He's even pop
I
capped
would
at the
be.
moment.
If he sees the Falcons, I'll just base trade, forcing him back and forth, and keep on running. He can't engage this. He just has to go to his base right now. And I think
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
And Batuan isn't really market trading all that much as I would have liked him to see. He is going to do the smart thing. He's going to try and pick up the reinforcements if he sees them. If he sees them. If he sees them. If he sees them. If he
That's
sees them.
three.
Uh,
That's like almost half a batch that he's giving
yeah.
up.
I mean, he does kill the Explorer, which slows down the TC here, but he's going to lose his own base. But lo and behold, he has nothing in his base. So it doesn't really matter for him all that much. But neither does Lion, but Lion is going to be losing a
Nice.
lot of those units from his shipment right here. And yeah, the prospect of him aging up, like, he's not going to be able to age up anytime soon, and he's going to have to rebuild the TC somewhere else. Now, Bato is going to take down his initial base over here, and he does see that Spain has a TC over there, so if I'm Batu right now, I'm market trading a lot of this food, buying a lot of wood, and either rebuilding the TC or just spamming manners everywhere. Now Lion is doing the very smart thing. He's going to go to the left side of the map that he hasn't explored yet, and he's going to try and kill the vills because it is only logical that the British villagers are going to be on the left side of the map. And these three
Yeah.
Hus, one of them is low HP, but two are high HP, so they're going to do relatively a lot of damage. Batuan should just run back over here. He has no business trying to go for the Spanish base, even though the Spanish army right now is in his own base. He has no business over there, in my opinion. Very good catch by Lionheart here, killing a couple of villagers, a couple of British villagers here on the south as well, but the Lancers are going to go for them. And this is where Lionheart shines. I feel like his APM gets better as the game progresses. He's not a player that's APM is very good in the early game, but later as the game progresses and he is more comfortable, his APM is getting better and better. But frankly, I don't see a way for Batuhan back into this game. He has rebuilt this stable over here. I want to see if Lion does have line of sight of it. He does not have vision of it. He's going to be looking for a couple of hills here, and he's going to find an
Mm.
absolute jackpot. He has found 26 British villagers right now. And if his army is going over there right now, he's going to be able to not only kill a lot of villagers, he's going to deny so much food for Batuhan that he doesn't really have access to right now. Oh my god, Batuhan, run your vills
It's
away.
gonna be over.
It is. Batuan at the moment is trying to kill Lionheart's base, but there's no point in trying to kill his base because he has nothing in his base. This is the big thing. And those rods, if Lion just doesn't drag box this like a shitter and removes his rods from the drag box, he can catch the vills together with the Hazards and with the Lancers, and he's going to try and force Batuan into an engagement here. And Batuan is going to sacrifice five Hus that are going to absolutely achieve nothing, sadly. And those villagers, please, the villagers that are being targeted by the cavalry, this disengage with them. Oh my god, no, no, no. This is going to be an absolute slaughter, and Batuan does not have enough stuff here to deal with this fight. This 50 musketeers are not going to be able to do anything. If he wants to have any chance of surviving in this game with 30 villagers right now, he has to even Villpool, but the Villpool won't even be enough either because look at how many choke points there are on the map for Lion. Okay, but the Vills are in. The Vills are trying to punch down the Falconets. No cover, no spread mode from the
They
Musketeers
moved
right now.
away.
He's down to 20 villagers right now. Look at the score gap. Yeah, this is
GG.
over. GG. Well played to Lion. Takes the first game of this best of 7 series.
He did very well. I think the second base was really crucial for him because then he's not really worried about the base trade because he has a second town center there. He can really engage with the Lionheart's um, mass. So prompts for Lionheart played very well.
Very, very well played to Lion. Batu, I feel like this first fight, you have more mass than Spain. You just disengage. Look at how badly this fight went for uh for Batuan. Military unit population
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
like we
Like,
said.
you never had to push there, right, Caverna?
No, that's the thing with Brits. You don't want to push Falconets with Musketeers. Only if you have like a very good opening, but you don't want to push in his base. But that's the thing. When you go too close, you got to be really careful in this game because of the snare ability. You you have royal arrows, you have lancers. Once you get snare, then you're forced to have a fight that you don't want to take, and I think that costs him the game.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
I like that's one of the things I like about this game is the snaring ability because if you play other games like they don't have the snare ability like Age of Empires 4, I find that you're not punished enough for mistakes, and in this game you really sometimes you will lose a game for a bad engagement that you're supposed to really keep an eye on your military all the time, and you one slip and suddenly you're committed to a fight and you can't really go run away, and then the damage has been done and you're really in trouble. He lost his big mass, he lost his fort base, and then it was GG from there. And he didn't have 600 coin. He cannot age. He could have sent us 600 coin, aged up behind that, and then it would be a fairer fight because he would have two falconets of his own. Because I think musketeer wise, he managed to remass at a similar amount, but just Lionheart with the extra falconets, just killed him.
Exactly. Um, yeah, that was a very good first game to open up this series.
Ready.
I think that
Yes.
Batuhan, he released his stress this game. Um, I think in this game, Lionheart's experience showed out. I think the decision making
Ready.
from Lion and the decision making from Batu, the decision making from Batu was worse here in this game, and that's eventually what cost him the game. And yeah, I hope Batu is gonna pick himself up after this and not lose it mentally, because if he plays the way he did, but with better decision making, I think that he has everything it takes to make this a very very good series.
Yeah, sometimes micro is important. Like you can see, sometimes you have the same amount of units and someone always wins a fight. That's micro, right? But if you just have good decisions, sometimes you don't have to rely on micro. You're doing the right things. Your opponent cannot catch up, um, and that's why I think that also Bato has the micro. So he was raiding very well. He played very well. He was putting Lion on his base. He did so well in the beginning. It's just unfortunate that he just overcommitted there. Um, had not he done that, Lionheart would be very reluctant of leaving his base. He could have done that, but Batu could have taken his falconets with Cav. Would have been a bad fight for him on the open. And but once Lionheart, like you see that Lionheart took all his villagers next to his military, so that, for example, that does help. You don't have to worry about your villagers. So like this is decision making, right? You make your life easier by having good decisions. You don't have to be going around the map everywhere taking care of those villages because your army is there. You're moving the right way. I really like how Lion played. I think that's prompts for him, and he took the right fight, and he deserved the win.
Congrats to Lion, but the one thing that I feel that really lost Batuhan the game was the decision to have the church card in his deck rather than the 600 coin. If he does have the
Yeah,
600 coin, he ages up behind this, and then all of Spain's mucking about and staying in base goes nowhere, because then they're both going to be H3. Batuhan just has 70% more economy and probably 30% more mass. And that's why this matchup on paper at the highest level is so difficult for Spain, because Brit can deny and force Spain to stay in base, or force Spain to push out and take a favorable fight. And if Spain decides to stay in base, Brit can just age up right behind it with a better economy.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what the next game brings. The next game's going to be on Ivory Coast. I think this time it's Batuan that's going to counterpick Lion. Now, this is another thing about Lion. Lion is a player that is so horrible to try and counterpick, because the civs he plays are some of the most annoying civs to deal with. Like, there are not a lot of counterpicks to civs like USA, Italy. Like, you're thinking about those civs and you're saying, okay, but what really hard counters this civ, right? It's not like players that other players, for example, if they pick first as Russia or as Brit, that you have a clear cut position where you say, okay, I'm going to pick this civ and I'm going to try and counter this because I'm going to try and do this and this and this build. But against the civ pool that Lionheart is playing, it's so difficult to try and find a proper counter pick. Although I do have the picks here. Um, I think I can put a scoreboard text. Yep. So let me just update
Uh,
this real quick.
nice one.
There we go.
You could have
So
even like a time cover. Do you have that?
no, sadly I don't.
It doesn't really matter when it's live though.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I do have the Civ picks for the
But
next
zero.
game.
Okay, okay, there you go.
The Civ picks for the next game are going to be Lionheart is going to play as the Ottomans, and Batuhan is countering him with Germany. What do you
Well,
think
what's the
about that
matchup
pick right
again?
now? The Ottoman for Lionheart and Germany for Batuhan.
I think this is battles to take. I think I think Ottomans get shit on by Germany.
I tend to agree with you here because from what I know, at least from my experience, AZAPs aren't the best unit in the game, and they're practically the go-to unit in this matchup for Otto. Um, if Lion is going to try and just, you know, two Falk Jan FF against Germany, he's gonna have a bad time because Germany A is going to have the ability to just run around first of all with the Ulans and again contain Ottoman, and then age up and just go into full war wagons, and then most of the shipments that Lionheart is going to try and send are going to be redundant. But knowing Lionheart, I'm not excluding the possibility of him doing what's actually easier in this matchup and requires less skill, which is just going H4. Something that Germany has to try and adapt to. And that's what I think Lionheart is going to be doing this game. But we will have to see, judging by the decks, what the options are going to be. So let's jump right into the game and
Yeah, I
let's
think
start it
Ottomans
off.
here has either to do maybe like a Janissaries Abel's rush. That could be a decent rush. Um, but I wouldn't like to have any like double musketeer. You're just gonna be trashed on after Germany ages up. I would like to see maybe a boom behind, or maybe like a turtling, like you're saying, maybe an FI for the Ottomans, and then hope for the better at the late game with the Skirm fights. But I do feel like Germany still have an advantage by having extra EU lands for free, and then he just have to do Skirm himself with the war wagons, their best superior dragoons, and I think he'll be fine. I don't
Yeah.
think even like Spahi will be a problem for him.
Well,
I don't know. It's every level is different, but on this matchup, as a main Ottoman player, I really struggle against this matchup.
so the thing is that normally the optimal build for Ottoman here is either going to be the FI or Ottoman is going to try and opt to go for a Delhi opening and then go into Cav Archerabus. But we're talking about Lion here. Neither the Cav Archers aren't Musketeers and the Abus aren't Falconets, so he's probably not going to do this.
Taking the TP line could be good too, and
Yeah,
doing the Turking strat
the
and
turtling
just
strat,
play a little
exactly.
bit, play H2 a little bit. That might work. And having some Abels on top of that, and a bigger mass of Janissaries, and just adding some Abels Gunners on the top of that, that's going to be really hard to deal with.
Well, look at this. What are we seeing
Ooh
here
la
from
la.
him? 1v1 water. There we go. Lion is going to try and boom on the water, and we see 7 AZAPs, we see 11 AZAPs, and we see 22 AZAPs. Do we see any AZAP combat cards? We do not, so his AZAPs are probably going to be trash, but he has AZAPs. Um, on the
He
other
has
hand,
the engineering school, which is
yeah,
funny.
for Abus and artillery, so he's going to try to go Abus artillery against Germany, which
You don't see that card in any 1v1s ever. That's
no, but
funny to
Batuhan
see.
also doesn't have any anti-water potential, so
Oh boy, that sucks.
yeah, yeah, and
You have a
Germany usually
standard
pick their
deck,
deck.
man.
Yeah, Germany pick their deck normally after Ultimate, so he should be
Oh, he
able
needed
to
an
know
anti-water
this.
deck.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should have known better.
Now Lionheart very smart. He's going to be able to sit on this treasure. Germany is not going to be able to exploit this
Yeah,
treasure and take it away
he
from him
doesn't have the
because
HP.
A, it doesn't have the HPB. He needs to explore it to build a TP. I think this map particularly is very good for Germany just because of the starting treasure that you have here. It gives you a trickle of XP. Um, so Germany is always happy to have extra XP on the map.
So
Now,
does Ottoman.
yes, but for Germany it is very crucial because Germany is the civ
Yeah,
with the best shipments in the game in
he got the
H3
best shipments
probably.
H3. Yeah, that's
Behind
true.
the bullshit civs, which are Italy, USA, Mexico, etc. Out of all the normal civs in the game, Germany has probably the best shipments in the game in H3. So you really want to be able to have, you know, that that extra XP trickle coming in. Now we see Batuhan already transitioning to try and get a TP down, not getting Gang Saw, which is respectable, but I mean, I would have preferred to see the gang, so it's not that big of a difference. But probably he wants to get that TP out as soon as possible.
But he
At
has
the
hunting
other
dogs,
end,
right?
he does have hunting dogs. Yes, he started with the market, but at the other end, Lionheart is aging right now. It says 1v1 water. It has a lot of AZAP cards. It doesn't have any upgrade cards for AZAPs, Janissaries, whatever. It doesn't have any upgrade cards at all. But he's also not going water, so I think this is just.
Is he tricking Batuhan?
I don't know if
Pretending that
he's
he's gonna go
tricking Batuan.
water?
I think he just doesn't have an anti-water deck, and his water deck is his anti-water deck. So he has a lot of empty cards in here, like schooners and rendering plant, which aren't going to be very useful. The improved warships and
He could go FF and do the Spahi Falconet Musketeer push and then maybe get Battle out of position, but I don't think that's gonna work because I think Battle's just gonna play the standard and I think that's gonna go well for Battle here.
yeah,
And I
I
think the booming on the water would be very good shake because um, Automas has to do something else to scale, and especially against Germany, it's super hard to scale. But if he's gonna play standard with a deck like that, I don't know how he's gonna win this game.
yeah, and if Lion is going to try and go standard here, I think he's in for very bad news because Batuan is going for a double TP plus. Oh, what is this? An
Mm.
outpost. Oh wow!
Yeah,
Look at this
it don't wanna
cheeky
get.
outpost by Lion. Is Batuan gonna be able to scout this outpost
No,
put
that's
here by
battles. That's
Lion?
battles.
No,
Oh,
this
that's
is
lions.
Lion. Lion is
Oh, the
putting
blue.
a.
Yeah.
How did he get that vill over there without anyone spotting it? Even we didn't spot it. He's going to put a tower up here, and he's
I
going to
see.
try and FF from there. Batuan is opening pikemen to try and take down the TP. I
Oh no,
wholeheartedly
that's
disagree
scary.
with this decision because you're getting slowed down right now, buddy. You want 700 wood after this, and you want to age ASAP. You don't want any pikemen right now. But this tower is really well positioned, and Lionheart is already aging. And if Batu, oh my God, Lion, how do
That's
you keep
scary, man.
getting away with this bullshit? Someone has to stop them.
Look, like I think he can see now the villager, right?
He does not see the villager. No, he still hasn't spotted the villager or the tower.
Oh boy, unfortunate.
I mean, people can say, ah ha ha, this is trolling. No, this isn't trolling. This is what's going to win him the game instead of going
Yeah.
into his base. If he in base Rexes, it's way worse than a forward tower and a barracks. It is way worse. This is the only way that Germany can lose to this two Falk and Janissary push.
Yeah, it's gonna get him like unprepared, and that could really switch things. That's big brains, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. I hope Batuan is somehow going to scout this because if he doesn't, man, is he in for big trouble right now. We're seeing 700 coin being shipped for Germany while he's still chopping wood for some reason. I don't understand the point of the 700 coin. You want 700 wood and you want to macro food wood to try and age up. So is Batuan going to opt to try and play H2 for a bit? No, he's
Oh,
going to take the entire TP line and he's going for Stagecoach. I don't
he's
know.
going
This
too
is
greedy.
very greedy. This is very greedy.
I guess Automas, you wanna play H3. It's just like standard, like a common knowledge. You don't want to play hang out in H2 against Ottomans, especially if a Civ like scales so well in H3 like Germany.
Yeah.
If you're playing native Civs, then I wouldn't say anything. But as Germany, I think this is really. The thing is, if he managed to defend somehow, I think it's going to be really hard. But if he does manage to defend, then he will be able to scale, and then Ottomans is just going to lose by pure economic disadvantage. But I don't know. That does look very good for Lionheart here. Not gonna
Lionheart
lie.
Conning Minutemen going to be cleaning up the pikes and the Ulans right here. Two Ulans do get away, but
Yeah,
I don't like the
this is
Minutemen call here. I think the Delhi could have done the job by themselves with that Explorer, honestly.
hundred
But
percent.
yeah, Lionheart now because Lionheart called Minutemen and Lion doesn't have enough resources to actually queue up any units from his
Yeah,
racks.
yeah.
So this is actually gonna
He's
buy
screwed.
Batuhan a lot of time here. And Batuhan, if Batuhan is going stop making fight. If Batuhan is going to be able to age up behind this, then with a fast age as well and with a shipment, which I hope he's going to redirect his TP to shipment to XP at some stage, then Batuhan is mighty fine here. And if I'm Batuhan, just up, click, and I'm aging up right
Look. He
now.
saw the musketeers come from the other side.
He did, yes. Is he going to maybe
Look,
try and scout that? Yeah, exactly, because he saw those musketeers
yeah,
coming from up there, right?
yes. I think Lionheart kind of gave up his win condition here.
Yeah. Oh, and those falconets shoot, and yeah, his position is revealed, but the falconets are already out. And honestly, Batu
It's
just try
probably
and
Minutemen.
sneak
Wow, I
up
don't
those
know
Ulan.
why.
No, he's not. He's getting great coats.
Okay.
Now he's getting a stable down. He's going to probably try and make not settler wagons, excuse me, war wagons in H3. He does not have a shipment, but he's going to have a shipment pretty soon. Um, and he's going to. Ooh, maybe we're seeing a macro for Black Riders actually. Black Riders could be really,
Mhm.
really good because H2 Jans are not going to do anything. The Deli are not going to be able to do anything. The Falconets are not going to be able to do anything. And those ASAPs are also H2. And yeah, we are going to see him go exactly that. He's going to go straight into Black Riders here. And yeah, those
Yeah.
houses are going to be taken down from Germany, but he's got 600 wood in the bank. He can just rebuild those houses over here. He's going to put down a Rex and more houses. And yeah, Lion has to do as much damage as possible right now. He sees Germany's score has dipped, but if Germany is smart, if Batuan is smart here, ooh, but he's going to lose a villain, a settler wagon. Oh my God, no, no, no! This is a very good raid for Lionheart right now. And Lion again, he's just making as much units to protect his two falconets. Find yourself someone who loves you as much as Lionheart loves his two falconets. I would cancel those those skirmishes right now, and I will try and macro to get Minutemen out because when those Black Riders arrive, you need Minutemen and you need a Vilpol and you need those Ulans and you need the Explorer. You need everything. And there we go. Minutemen are out. Black Riders are gonna come in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Black Riders coming in straight on the Falconets. Does he focus the Falconets? Not yet. But the Ulans are in here as well. The Explorer is in here. The villagers are attacking all of these shots. The Bills need to go back into TC. He needs to buy wood right now, and he needs to be able to get his TC repaired because it's being sieged down right now, and the Black Riders haven't been able to do anything. And the 6 Abus are coming in from behind, and veteran Janissaries. Now the Black Riders are completely obsolete, and he's lost his TC, and he's probably lost the game along with it.
I think so too.
And there we
I
go.
think.
That Delhi is going to spot all of those villages right there. And if I'm lying, up, we're packing this shit up and we're going down south.
Oh yeah, he needs to attack the economy for sure.
He is, yes. He's going to try
Oh,
and
yeah,
go
the
for the
outpost is
outpost,
even
but he
better.
really doesn't need to go for the outpost. Like, I mean, there's a lot of villagers in here as well, so
No, he does. The
practically
outpost is
Lion
a
can
good
do whatever
thing.
he wants. But with that one Delhi, he could have been able to snare all of these villagers, and this would have already been over. But it is practically already over as it is, isn't it?
I think so too. Now that he lost his outpost, he's screwed. Yeah, it's just like I don't know why he wants to play H2 and go greedy with the output with the trade line against Ottomans. That you know that they're gonna age up really fast. You come with a very timing push with Falconets that's super hard to stop. It's just like playing against Spain and it's like playing really like defensive. It's just I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
You know the pressure was coming, so
On
you
the
had to
other
prepare
end,
yourself.
Lion is just punishing Batuhan for being so greedy. Batuhan has been
Yeah,
really, really greedy this game. And
he
his scouting
has.
has been subpar as well. He's just punishing him for it right now. He's sending in his arms, he's making in more veteran janissaries, taking down more houses, taking down more infrastructure. Now we're seeing an 8th musketeer shipment, but the 8 skirmisher shipment, excuse me. But those 8 skirmishers aren't going to be able to do much, especially with only 7 Black Riders left. Um, I mean, this isn't looking good right now at all for Batu, and I think that once Lion is going to find these vills, he's just gonna call it, and it's just going to be GG. And yeah, Batu isn't even paying attention right now. And yep, those villagers are down. And ladies and gentlemen, this game is over.
Yeah. He just had to play standard here.
Yeah,
He would have won.
yeah,
And then he managed to actually scout the base from Lionheart, so that was huge for him. But because he went so greedy, and that cost him the game.
yeah. Exactly. I also feel like it really cost him the game. And now these ASAPs are actually useful here in this situation against the Black Riders. So yeah, the Evan
Right.
ASAP shipment makes sense. Lion is this kind of player. He's going to ship 2 Falconets regardless what, and he's going to do everything in his power to protect those 2 Falconets. And Batu knows that. And by wasting so much time on trying to get pikemen and trying to get those stagecoach, like in all honesty, just getting 2 TPs for Germany for the extra XP is much better than trying to get stagecoach. But
I don't
GG,
know.
well played for Lion.
I think that's the problem. That's like I said, it was a tricky deck. Batuhan thought he was going to be playing water, but I don't think he's scouted. And I think he thought that he's going to go heavy on water. So I'm going to take the TP line. But then suddenly he was H3, and I said, "What the hell? What's going on here?" And I think it caught him by surprise. If you, I think he got fooled by his deck.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
see why he would
I
play in H2.
it's not only that, but Germany only having 17 units at minute 10 is not Germany like. At minute 10, Germany, you would expect them to have an equal, if not way much bigger
How
mass.
much more? At the 10-minute mark, all he had was Black Riders, which is horrible.
Exactly. 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 Please right click drag for moving cursor. Yes, I'll try to do that a little bit more. And no, Edo, it's a best of
Sem
seven.
FF with Cav. Sem FF with Cav. Just go raid. Keep Lionheart moving about. Age up behind this really fast. Just do skirms, do your Cav, do your wagons, and ship the 9 lands, 8 lands. It's just like so many good shipments. Just stick to the plan. I don't think Ottomans can do anything about that.
Exactly, and Lion has played this very, very well. Like this was so ballsy, but it paid off so, so much. Especially having
Dude,
that shipment
it's
going
his
overhead.
deck. I think Battle was fooled by his deck, but he didn't scout for water.
Yeah, yeah,
He got fooled by his deck. He really thought Lionheart was booming, and he thought, I'm gonna just gonna take the TP then.
yeah. And the resources, Kaiser Klein said it the other day, very well. Overgreeding loses most of the time because you just
Yeah.
cannot spend your resources. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. Let's see if it's already live, and I will update the score. It is currently 2-0 to Lionheart.
Lionheart with that deck was that's just such a clutch. I mean, he really fooled Battlehand there. I'm gonna ask him later. I'm pretty sure he got confused by his deck. He had like everything to play turtling, and that's what I said right at the beginning of this of this stream. I said like sometimes because people think of Lionheart as this revolt guy and GE Sieves specialist, whatever you want to call it. They underestimate that he can play standard too. You know, he's a decent player, and people sometimes underestimate that, and then it becomes really hard to predict what he's up to. And I think the deck it was really like he really full battle hand into his deck. Thought that he was going to go and completely boom water, and he's gonna be delayed in H2 for a very long time. Instead, he went a forward base into Battleson's side and did an amazing push with the Falcons, and he just plays standard Musk Falcon.
Exactly, exactly. You're
Let's,
completely right. Um, I think Batu needs
let's
to get his
go.
head back together, and I think Lion is doing a phenomenal job so far. And we are seeing a classic matchup. Oh, am I going to have critic about Lion's gameplay now?
So how
Ladies and
does it work?
gentlemen,
The
welcome to this Best of Seven series hosted by ESOC, played for the Spring Championships on the south side of the map in the color blue. We have Lionheart playing as the Swedes, and on the north side of the map in the color yellow, we have the mighty Batuhan playing as the Russians. Now, the map Painted Desert, a map that has a lot of livestock on it. It has a lot of cows that you can pick up. It has two natives. It has the Comanche and it has the Apache. Um, Generally, a very high hunt map. I don't know about picking Sweden on this map because the mine distribution is really, really bad. You only got one really safe mine and then this mine, and then the other mines are all out on the map. So a blockhouse right here from Russia denies practically all the other mines. So I'm interested to see how Batuan is going to play this out. I'm interested to see how Lion is going to try and adjust. And this should be a very good one. These are two civs that I play, so I'm going to be able to give as much positive commentary as I can about this game. But what do you think, Averna? What do you think? What is your prediction here?
I don't know. I think this is Lionheart's main sieve at some point, so he's very familiar with Sweden, and I think it's a good map for Sweden. Even though yes, the mines are scattered around, it could be complicated, but I just think it's as okay map. And this matchup, I think I think it's okay matchup for Sweden. Am I right?
No,
Say
no.
this.
This is a This is on a map like this where you really don't have a lot of torp mines, safe torp mines. This is very, very difficult for Sweden because you get choked out. So Sweden has to play this very, very aggressively. The way I play against Russia recently, um, I go for a lot of Hazars. I go for a Hazar opening into 700 wood. Depending on if obviously Russia is trying to ooga booga into my base, then I go for the 2 leather cannons. But into 700 wood, then adding a barracks, and then adding leather cannons. And you want to try and timing push the forward base from Russia with Hazars, leather cannons, and Karolians. Otherwise, if this game stretches on past the minute 8 and Lionheart hasn't completely taken a forward base from Russia, then I don't see a way back for Sweden in this game. Now, on the other hand, we are seeing Batuan with 170 wood stacked up, so he took all of the 2 wood crates from the floor. We're seeing a pretty standard deck. We are seeing some spice trade in this deck. We are seeing the classic 4 Cossack, 5 Cossack, 13 Strellet. We are seeing the New Order regiments, which is a 10% election damage for Musketeers in H2, and we are seeing Boyars alongside 2 resource crates. And on the other side for Lionheart, if we're going to check his deck, Lionheart, he does have 700 food enjoyer in this deck. So he does have 700 food, which is understandable. Sweden is very low on food in the beginning, but oh, I see what Lionheart is going to try and do. He's going to try and go for the Treaty of Roskilde and get the halberdiers with a 2 leather cannon push and try and take down the forward base of Russia.
So you think it's gonna go H3?
Yeah, I know he's going to stay H2, but he's going to get 16 halberdiers in H2. And he's going to try and push the forward base of Russia
We halves only.
with
So then once
halves
he got the 13
and
Stratus, he
leathers.
loses.
But he has
Yeah.
leathers with it.
But they got Cossacks. It's probably one of the first things that Batu will send.
I mean, in my opinion, the strat is horrible, but but you
Yeah.
know, it's something.
I
It's
don't think he's
something.
gonna do church. I think he just has the deck as an option, but I don't think he would actually use it.
I mean, to do
Yeah,
the church strat successfully, you need a TP, and he doesn't have a TP on this map, and he's torping only his in-base torps, and he's only on 4 torps right now, and I'd be surprised if he adds a 5th torp because he really needs a military building, which he isn't going to do. Yeah, exactly. He's going to try to go for the outpost.
yeah. I think Cav leather cannons is the way here.
Yep. Now Lionheart not shipping his first shipment yet, which is pushing him into a disadvantage because Russia is almost age up and Russia is going to go into Musketeer straight away. Now Lionheart finally shipping his first shipment. He's going to be able to ship his Dominions, but yeah, he needs to place these Dominions here. I want to see what his line of sight is. He is over here with a Vil. Does Batu spot this? Batu doesn't know about the mine over there, but he knows about this. He knows about this. He even has a villager over here. So he knows the only other sides where he can realistically go and get torps on the map is on the left side of the map. So Batuhan knows where he can go to try and contain. On the other end, what are we seeing? We're seeing Dominions and we're seeing Karolians. I think this is bad scouting by Batuhan. I think actually bad decision making by Batuhan. Excuse me. Why don't you just go for Strelets when you see us opening with a barracks? Karolians won't be able to do anything against Strelets and 5 Cossacks. You can catch the 5 batch, the first batch. You can even force a Minuteman,
Yeah.
and you can just be on your merry way. But instead, Batuhan, I think it's the stress speaking, and he's going to go for the Swedish base. But there is nothing in the Swedish base that you're going to be able to try and get. Like, what are you trying to achieve in the Swedish base right now? You need to go out on the map and get torps. Like, even if you get a villager, which you don't even get one villager, you're not going to be able to achieve anything, and you're going to lose your Cossacks probably for free, or your Musketeers. You're going to lose something for free and not get anything out of it except for maybe a villager. Yeah, he's going to get a villager, but he's going to lose at least 1 Cossack for the price of that villager, which I don't know if it's a good idea. The minions being placed right now quite late, so understandable because of the macro he had to try and do here. He's on 90 torp pop right now, but he has stacked this shipment for a very, very long time. He's shipping wood right now, so he's going very greedy. But what is Lionheart going to achieve with this wood? He doesn't have places where he can build torps.
He sends his village to north. He's all the way north.
Oh, he's all the way over there. Right, you're right, you're right. Yep. And Batuan again, poor scouting, hasn't seen this.
Yeah.
And now Batuan is sending 700 wood of his own. He's getting steel traps. He's eating up his livestock that he gathered up. And what is Batuan going to try and do here? Is he going to try and go for a full skeleton composition? I mean, it's not that not like it's pretty viable here. I think he can, but these Cossacks need to really go and really try and scout. He needs to see where Lionheart is, because if Lionheart is allowed to just put down free torps everywhere, then then Batuan will actually be in a problem because he won't be able to contain. So far, we're seeing
Yeah.
one blockhouse. The second blockhouse is probably going to come up quite shortly, I think. More strelets being made. Steel traps already in. I'm expecting to see placer mines over here as well. Another batch of strelets probably. Yep, there's the next strelet batch, and probably a second barracks and a stable coming up for Russia. But right now, this just isn't cutting it for Batman. It really isn't. And Lionheart has already shipped the leather cannon and the artillery foundry, or has he made it? No, he has made it manually with his wood. So he does have the shipment. He doesn't have the shipment to deck, so he's made the leather cannon manually. He shipped 700 wood food, and he's going to get like at least 3 leather cannons. And Batuan is in a pickle here. Batuan really is in a pickle. If he doesn't get cavalry out ASAP, then I don't know how he's going to hold the Swedish timing push.
And he's going for a second barracks. I don't really understand why. He
He
really needed
needs it.
stables.
No, he needs it, and
This-
he needs a stable. He needs both right now.
So he's gonna switch to must comp so he can siege. Is that what? That's why.
Well, yes, A and B they tank more. You just generally need musketeers as well if there's going to be any cav switch. Even 3 husks can kill all of these strelets right there. So
Right.
he really needs the anti cav. But even with these leathers, like this is a scary push. 3 leathers, 60 Carolians, and 2 leathers following up right now. If if Batuan manages to spam out more units plus the 30 strelets and not overcommit again, then yeah, then he can be able to hold this push, because leather cannons don't have good siege and they will get taken down by blockhouses quite easily. But now finally we're going to see a stable coming down, and I'm expecting to see Batuan with his next shipment going to try and ship Cossacks and make a 5 batch of Cossack, and then he can actually surround and take this fight. But for now, these blockhouses are looking dangerous, even though you see they're doing a lot of damage to these leather cannons that already have high HP. He is trying to dance around, trying to get more damage out on these leather cannons. But behind this, Lion is just getting more and more torps out. Batuan has not scouted the map at all. And this poor scouting is losing Batuan the game right now.
Yeah, I think Sweden has an amazing economy with 170 pop, and actually taking Russia's base, forward base. I don't know. That's scary.
We are seeing Cossacks coming out. We're seeing a shipment of Cossacks right now, but we're floating 1,200 food. Nice pickups there from Batuhan, taking down a couple of Karelians. Let's see where those Cossacks are. I want to see what he's been able to scout. He still hasn't been able to scout all of the places where Batuhan has gotten his torps, and this is looking very bad unless he gets a very nice surround here. But this choke point is so good right now for Lion. Lion's positioning is so good, but with the Minutemen call, with the Strelets, like, he can take this fight and he can actually clean up. But he doesn't need to sack his Cossacks to a point where these Cossacks are staying on the Musketeers. These Cossacks need to keep walking. They need to go forward. They need to move forward. They need to get on top of these leather cannons. I mean, he's taking down the Karolians, which is very good, but his army is lagging behind. And so far, actually, Russia is doing a great job, and Lionheart is losing units rapidly right now. But Batuhan really needs to be able to support this with more and more Russian units. The Minutemen are coming in from behind. The Cossacks are still not dying right now, and all of the Karolians are going to go down. He needs to spread out his units, and he needs to go ASAP onto those leather cannons. There's not a lot of mass left right now for Lionheart, so he really needs to push into those leather cannons and try and take them down. But he's decided to back off, which is also a respectable decision. There's still 4 leather cannons out on the field right now. Lionheart is going to now be shipping his ironworks and his blueberries. He's stacking 1,000 wood.
His berries are almost running out on the initial ones.
Yeah,
I think
so
he needs to send blueberries first
exactly,
if you
because the
want to.
blueberries are going to be useless if they just run out. But there's a lot of new torps over here, which it is going to affect. So
You
that's
lose
not really a
4. You
problem for
lose
him.
4. Oh, it
Yeah,
isn't.
Lionheart is fully boomed right now. Um, so I mean, this is still good, looking very good for Lionheart. He has 28 villagers and 200 tour pop, but on the other end, Russia is only on 32 vil. So that's telling me that Batuan skipped a couple of villagers. Steel traps economy, yes. Another blockhouse going down. He doesn't he didn't have a single production factory this entire time. No production buildings, only making Cossacks, which is good, I guess. But you need way more Cossacks than this right now. And Lionheart, if he's smart behind this, he's just going to age. Lionheart doesn't need to make all that many more units in H2, even though he's going to opt for continuing this leather cannon Carolean composition. But the longer this game is going to go, believe it or not, the worse it is going to be for Sweden. The better it's going to get for Russia, unless Russia decides to overcommit. But very nice walls from Batuan over here, protecting this herd and this mine. Two herds and a mine. Cossacks need to go raiding. Cossacks need to go and do stuff right now. Finally, he has been able to scout these torps, so he's going to try and commit on these torps. But he is still very liable for a push from Lionheart right now. We are seeing a church going down, so the church card actually is going to be able to be viable at the moment, and he's going to, if Lionheart gets 16 halberdiers right now to protect his army, then there's not really much Russia can do about it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to push because he doesn't want to lose his torps for free. But I think just line just your age. I think he doesn't have to push. He can
Yeah.
lose 4 torps. It's not a big deal.
At this stage, we are seeing a musketeer upgrade for Russia, which I disagree with. I really disagree with. I would have liked to see Boyars or the cavalry scouts upgrade, at least for him, because he has way more Cossacks, and his Cossacks are his win condition right now. Because, as we said, Karolians in
Oh,
H2
he
really
lost
really
it.
suck. Yeah, he's
You could
losing
have
the
taken 2
fourth
ladders
unit.
for free.
He could have, yes. He didn't. He could have. Batuan is scouting all of this. He's seeing all of this. He's seeing so many leathers. But if Batuan goes in right now, he's going to clean this fight completely. Batuan
Nice.
is going to absolutely clean this if he doesn't
Uh,
overcommit and doesn't micro this badly, because the Karolians are just going to melt to the Cossacks in melee. He just needs to spread out his units and he will do a good job. He just needs to keep on making units, more and more and more units. You need to market trade and you need to get a stable out right now. Sweden's score is looking very good because those Cossacks are going to go down. But once those leather cannons go down, the Swedish score is going to drop as well. And from then on, there's not much remass for Sweden as much as there is for Russia. Russia's remass can be way better right now. And if Russia's smart right now, the next shipment's going to be 700 coin and we're going to see an age up because Sweden has no more mass left.
that's what I thought that would be happening, and I think that was a bad decision from Lion to push this. I don't see why he has to push. I think he has to age behind, have upgraded musks. These guys only get good on H3. They're kind of trash, Carolians, I think.
Very
And
trash too.
against Russia, Stratus, you just have a 10 batch at a time. You just can't keep up.
Exactly. Now we are going to see the 700 coin coming in for Russia, and we are going to probably see 700 coin coming in for Lionheart as well. Now he's losing 2 more torps over here, and yeah, as I said, the longer this goes on, the longer this is going, the worse this is going to get for Sweden. So Sweden really needs to
Yeah.
use its momentum and age, but no, he's going to decide to ship 3 Hussars.
It's looking pretty good for battle, especially because Lionheart now has to remass and he's not going to be aging. And I think Russia can age behind this. He's just after he got that coin, he definitely can age here. I would just focus on aging up, and then you have your own Falconets. This is nothing that Sweden can do in H2 against that. With
Exactly.
leather cannons, are just not going to be enough.
He's going to try and push with Hussars. There's 3 Huss shipments and Karolians, but Karolians and 3 Huss are not going to do anything against this Russian mass right now.
But yeah,
Especially
look
if
at
Russia
this.
is going to decide to age up. But in all honesty, Russia can also just decide to stay a little bit more in H2 and make Cossacks and win this. But no, he's going to do the smart and sensible thing, and he's going to age up. I still want to see him batch during his age up. There we go. That's another Cossack batch. There's going to come another another Cossack batch, hopefully soon-ish. And yeah, it's going to look good for Russia. Even oh, but 3 leather cannons are coming in as well. A lot of Karolians are going to get damaged here. 2 Karolians are going to go down, possibly more. And yeah, Russia just needs to survive this timing push from Sweden right here, and they're going to be fine. But oh, those 3 Huss are going to find those villagers. Batuhan, do you not know that he has line of sight of this? Oh my God,
Because of the
no!
berries, right?
Yes, he has line of sight of this, and he's going to send Strelets to try and kill the 3 Haas. Oh
Yeah,
my
this
God,
is
this is
gonna.
so many villagers for Russia, and Russia is on less villagers than Sweden. This is looking so bad right now.
Okay, that's what exactly what Lionheart needed to come back to this game.
I mean, Russia's
But
score is now
I don't know
so
if it's
much
gonna be
down.
enough
It
because he's gonna
is.
be in H.
He's winning right now.
Wow, he's
Lionheart
lost a
is
lot of
winning.
villagers.
Lionheart is winning
Yeah,
quite heavily.
because he's on 200, 200 torps.
Oh, but we are seeing a very big counter raid. He has to go on top of these villagers before he shoots. And no, Lionheart already spotted, so Batu is going to start shooting now. And those villagers, I mean, it's not as big because Sweden still has the Torp, so a base trade and losing units is always better for Sweden than it is for a civ like Russia. Even, especially with Russia down to 25 villagers right now. And now he's just going to go into Russia's base. Russia has to immediately ship 2 Falconets to try and deal with this, but he's got 6 leather cannons right now. And Russia's timing was just so bad. It took so long for him to actually click up, and it took so long for him to do any damage, and he lost so many vills, and those 3 Husks actually got value, and I'm shocked that they got value out of them. And yeah, 700 coin coming in for Lionheart right now, and he's going to age up behind this himself.
Oh, he took his down center. No, he can't ship nothing.
No, he can because he still has Blockhouse up here, but
Oh
he needs to
yeah,
get
that's
veteran
true.
upgrades
Forget.
before he gets the next recruit batch. He really needs his veteran upgrades. I mean, if Batu loses one more Vil after seeing all of this mess literally in his face, then that's really on him at this point.
He's on
But
24 views.
those 2 Falconets are not going to be able to achieve much against this amount of leather cannons. And the score, yeah, it's half score right now for Russia, and Russia's looking in a
Oh, it was
very bad
so good for
situation.
battle.
Yeah, yeah. And there we go. The 2 Falconets are going to start shooting right now. They're going to get good value. He needs to kite back with these Falconets. And he needs to not lose more villagers. But there's so much stuff out right now for Sweden. And again, Sweden is so fully boomed all over the map. Poor scouting from Batuhan.
He
Allowed the
he
Swedish
needs
boom,
to take
basically.
this mass from Sweden because if Lionheart ages here is GG.
I mean, the slow age kind of killed him as well. He aged up with the 19 Strelets, which is so bad for him. Well, I don't understand. There's so many basic decision making errors from Batuhan that he shouldn't be making usually. It's probably the tournament stress. It gets to everyone at some stage. It's really tilting it sometimes. But here, Lionheart almost macro for an H4. He has built an outpost at the back of his base, so he's going to be able to ship shipments while he ages. Yeah, he's going to be able to ship his 2 Falconets. He doesn't even have to because he can just, if he has a second TC that he can build, if his Explorer's alive, yeah, there we go. He can just go H4 behind this, and this game
And
looks
Battle will
over.
lose his forward, his only base, the only shipment point now.
Yeah, he's going to lose this to all the
And
Korovians and leather
market.
cannons. I mean, there were so many opportunities for Batuhan to take fights as well, which he didn't make use of. And yeah, base trading again with a civ that has an auto macro building is not a smart idea because look at the resource income for Lionheart right now and look at the resource income for Batuhan.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, all of these wills are gonna die right now, and Lion can even take a fight. Even if the fight's not per se good for him, he can take a fight right now. Because he's aging to H4 behind this with his next TC that he's built. Almost. He's macroing
Look
for
at his
Imperial.
resources.
So yeah, like
Jesus.
the GG. GG. This game is over.
Yeah.
Very well played by both players. I wouldn't say very well played by both players because I hold both players to a very high standard. I think this game was just Lion made less mistakes than Batuhan. I think Batuhan just made way too many mistakes. He didn't push the side mines when he knew that those were practically the only mines Lion could torp, and he didn't contain enough, especially after a very good H3 where he took very good trades and cleaned the Swedish mass multiple times. That's one cleanup. That's a second
You have
cleanup.
you have to use your APM against Sweden, and all you need is one single cav, like
Yeah,
to scout and the mines, right?
yeah.
You don't need to do too much. You just put that on a mine, then you go to another mine, and then move around. Sometimes one cav, so you lose one cav just to stop any booming, and there's
And
nothing that Sweden can do.
and the slow age just killed him, man. The slow age was absolutely. I just cannot fathom why you would want 17 strelets instead of aging up quickly and getting your falconets out.
Ah, he didn't age up fast.
Yeah,
I see. That
his
was a
age up
big
was two
mistake.
minutes.
That was horrible.
Yeah, so you can see that like it was always close and neck resource wise. This Russia is a very good eco civ, and it has the units and it has the ability to contain Sweden. That's why it's such a good matchup for Russia, especially on a map like this. But just misplay after misplay after misplay, I feel by Batuhan. But anyways, very well capitalized on it by Lionheart. Lionheart just did all the right things, didn't he? He did all the things he had to do. Um, he didn't make a lot of mistakes. He overstayed a little bit in H2, yes, but he turned that around and made that overstay into a timing push and just killed Russia. He killed him off.
It is Battle's first tournament, so it's very understandable to be nervous as well. You don't even know what's happening to him because it's imagine that you're playing like with someone that is a streamer and you know there's going to be cast at your games. That is, it does add some nerve. I mean, I remember you used to struggle a lot when you used to play. You still do, I think.
Yeah,
You
tournament
have been
jitters.
practicing show matches and that has been helping you, but you just got those stage fright.
Yeah, it's tournament jitters. You always make mistakes because you're just waiting for that resign to come. You understand? You're waiting for your opponent to resign. You're waiting
Yeah.
for it to happen, and when it doesn't happen, you're like, oh my god, is this gonna drag on? Am I gonna have to play this? You know?
Yeah, and Lionheart is a streamer and he's casting every day and he's every single day he's speaking. So I think he's chilling in terms of he's I don't think he's nervous playing these games. He probably doesn't want to lose to Battle Hunt probably, but I think he doesn't have the nerves at least. He's not super nervous when he's playing. He's more comfortable because he also has a little bit more experience than Battle Hunt in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Batuhan is an Age of Mythology pro player. He's like top five for a long time. So he has the mechanics, but he's new to the game. How long has been playing Age of Empires
A
3?
year.
Like 1 year? A
Yeah.
year, right? So he just doesn't have the experience of the matchups. And this game is so complex. It takes time to get used to it.
I mean, the series is still open. It is 3-0. Yes, Lion has used two of his best saves at least. I suppose his USA is banned, so he still has Mexico. He still has Italy as well. He still has Brit, where he likes to do all of his GMT stuff. But Batuhan still has his France. Batuhan still has his USA that hasn't been banned. I think his Ottoman has been banned. But this series is still open. There's still a possibility for both players to come back and do some damage. And let's see, on Anatolia, we are going to see Ethiopia from Lionheart, and we're going to see France from Batuhan. So, ladies and
Wasn't this
gentlemen,
matchup?
welcome.
Wasn't this matchup you played with Tom?
Yes, exactly, and I won. Um, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth game of this best of seven series, hosted by ESOC TV for the Spring Championships played between Batuhan and Lionheart on the south side of the map in the color blue. We see Lionheart playing as the Ethiopians, and on the north side of the map in the color red, we see Batuhan playing as the French. Now, this is a very nice French map. You can 12-10 here. I think he counterpicked this just for, um, just for for Lionheart not to be able to get his livestock out and just make it redundant for him. But Lionheart still managed to get one cow and possibly a second cow he's going to get over here. Yes, so they're going to split the cows. One cow is going to be killed by the Arawak scout of the French, and we're seeing some wood chopping here from Batuhan. We are seeing a very far TP and we're seeing some wood chopping. So he's not going to try and go for a 12-10. Let me update the score really quickly as well, just so we have that already, so people can stay updated on the matter at hand. And yeah, what do you think about this matchup, Brenna?
I don't know. I think this is actually France favored, my opinion. But um, I think if Ethiopia really wants to win this, I think the best way is the Skirmgun option, the Conquistadores age up and Naftania. But I don't know. You did manage to pull out a win playing Gascania issue. And also, like I remember you were in the chat and Peekaboo and I don't know maybe Crab. They said that this could be an H2 play for Ethiopia. I just feel a little bit more comfortable in H3 with Ethiopia on this matchup here. If France just plays standards in age up and play decently with the Falcons, could be a problem for the mass of Gascania. But
I
I don't
mean,
know.
this is the
Let's
thing
see.
about this matchup, right? Where if France decides to do a semi, I think France is dead. France has to either
Yeah.
naked FF and try and
Yeah.
get units out, and which is the tough part for them, in my opinion, and which he had to do with a 12-10 and eating his livestock rather than a 13-20, even though this 13-20 is looking good. Because if he goes for the Meloncola build, Lion does, then this game is over. Then Lion is just going to absolutely overwhelm him, and he's going to have 60 units, and the units are going to be better than H3 France's units because Gascania are incredible and Shotel are incredible, and he's going to have cannoneers and he's going to have Sudanese knife slingers, whatever they're called, the skirmishers, and it's not going to be looking good for Lion. Lion also right now aging very late, aging with 16 villagers. No, very good. He decided to cancel that build, so he's going to age up at a respectable time. He's probably going to click up with the Sudanese. No, he's going to age Habesha, so Lion is actually going to go for the FF, like you said, which is very hard for France to hold because Ethiopia's FF is stronger than the FF from France. And look at this deck. This is probably even going to be an FI from Lion because this is a big map, and big map Lion likes FIs, and big maps are absolutely amazing for FIs.
I think that was a good pick for this map, Ethiopia. I think Lionheart needs to go H3. I don't think it's a good thing to play in H2 here. That's my take on it.
He's not going to play
Uh,
H2 because he only got 5 cards in H2.
yeah, that's the right thing to do. Uh, Looking at the stats, France does has a small advantage on the 1800 plus with 52%. But if you go on the 1900 plus, then France has 57% win rate. I think it's a close call. It's a close matchup. I
When
think
we're
it's a
talking
fair
about
game here.
statistics, though, Caverna, you do have to realize that most players that play France at the 1900 ELO level or higher are players that are very used to France and play it for years and years and years, and a lot of pro players play France as well. You understand? Whereas Ethiopia is a relatively new civ, and I don't really know, except for Melonkola, I don't know any Ethiopian mains really.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that play Ethiopia. It's
Yeah.
I think Ethiopia is more famous in house in my opinion. People like it Ethiopia more in the pro level.
We are seeing the camp builders right now. We're going to see probably a forward barracks or forward tower being made, and we're going to see that mountain monastery going to be placed on a mine. We are seeing coin crates for the Habesha age up, and we're seeing 700 coins straight away for Ethiopia to go into the FF. Now, there is a build where you can age up with the Portuguese as Ethiopia, and you can ship your first card to be 1,000 influence, and you can get an equal amount of organ guns for the amount of mounted monasteries you have. So currently Lion has two mounted monasteries, but he didn't chop in transition for more mounted monasteries. He could have had, for example, 4 mounted monasteries and been able to make 4 organ guns in H3, early H3, which could have been absolutely amazing um, for
I think he's gonna
Lionheart.
age up with the Conquistador. I think that's the best thing because when you have adding Cuirassier, what does Lionheart's gonna do against that? He needs Conquistadors.
I mean, he's gonna have the Isa warriors that are like Corollians upon his age up. If he's going to decide to age up with, I forgot the age up name, but there is an age up that just gives you Isa warriors as well. Probably the Sudanese to H3, and that's gonna be very very nice for him. He's going to have enough anti-cav. I think Lion knows that his weakness often is anti-cav. Um, that he's very weak to cavalry itself, and he likes musketeers too much. But the Habesha age up here into following probably a Sudanese age up could be very good for him. He's going to age up with the Somali. Sorry, the Somalis it is, not the Sudanese, right? Somali age up is going to allow him to get 11 Somali infantry, which have ranged multipliers against cavalry. House is going to go up. 700 influence is hitting the floor, and there we go. You see these 11 Somali allies, 500 resource, 500 influence. Then you have the 12 cannoneers as well, which is a very strong shipment. You have the big Sebastopol mortar. He doesn't even have the big Benny in H2 in his deck. He's gone
That's
so
weird.
FI focused. But in all
Yeah.
honesty, Batuhan is playing right into his hands. We are seeing the Kebra Nasagat, which is going to allow him to age up faster. So he has a fast age up right now. He's already got 7 Somali Isa warriors from his age up, and he can ship the 11 next afterwards. And he can go straight into his big cannon mortar and try and siege everything down already. And Cab are not going to be able to do anything against him, and he's going to need skirmishers.
What
But
Batu is doing?
Batuhan is going to H3 right now. He's going
There
up
we
with the
go.
Exiled Prince, but his macro is looking very weird right now. Oh,
He
it's
has
not
no
looking
unit.
weird. He's going to try an
Did
F5.
he send villagers? No, I don't
he
think he's a FI.
he can try an FI because this is looking like it because from his macro. Otherwise his macro is just really bad right
Look
now.
at his deck.
He
Um,
doesn't have an FI deck, but he does have 4 Culverins. He does have 2 heavy cannons. He doesn't even have a very good FF deck because he's missing a card in H3.
hmm.
So this is quite peculiar. Let's see what Lionheart is going to do here. So Baton is going straight into Skirm Goon right now. Lionheart is shipping his 1000th coin, and Lion is he going to go H4 behind this? He doesn't have a
20,000
lot of
coin, right?
food. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of food though, so I'm interested to see what he's going to do. France is going to lose his TP to this
He's
forward
gonna
outpost.
FI.
Probably. Seeing the amount of unit shipments that he has, it would just only make sense, if you will. Now I'm going to just try and blow my nose 1 second, Cabrera. So if you can take
Yeah,
over
of
for me.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he definitely he's going H4 here. You can see the shipment in coin. He has so many shipments in H4. Um, sending out 2 palace wagons. We are seeing now the turtling from Lionheart with these 2 forts. These 2 forts, they're less scary than it looks, but 2 of them, I think it's like having 2 Angro forts, if I'm not mistaken, the damage. It's not super scary,
Yeah.
but 2 of them, it becomes like they have a lot of HP, so it's very annoying to deal with. Especially if
Yeah.
you go Skirm Goom, it's gonna be really hard to siege anything for battle.
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna give
true.
it enough time for Lionheart to do funky stuff.
So we are seeing the two wagons didn't pop out of the forward tower for some reason, which I think he should have because he could have just taken this entire side of the map and just denied a lot. But the 2 falconets are coming in right now for Batuan. So Batuan isn't going to just sit idly. Even though he is pushing a bit late, he isn't going to let him FI for free, and he's going to try and take down his forward watchtower. Now, this is like Batuhan is really playing into Lionheart's hands here because he's going to FI. He hasn't been pressured. It's almost 10 minutes, and all he sees in front of him is 2 Falconets and Skirm Goon. But Lionheart is almost H4 already, and he's going to have access to so many shipments. And there we go. The Iyasu Gebi and the Great Gebi are in here. Both have 30 range attack, 3500 HP. Lionheart already has a shipment. He can spend his first shipment even on
Yeah. So many
on Gatling
stuff.
camels, which would be so funny.
It's like 30 units, shipment 40. He has 1,000 experience as well.
Yeah,
Or influence.
influence. He's got so much influence. He can ship probably the 15 Berbers to 15 Berbers clean up this entire army, don't they? Like there's nothing he can do about it. Instead he's going to decide to ship the Isa warriors, which I don't agree with. But he's going to age up with the Jesuits, so he already is going to have conquistadors. He's probably going to keep these Isa warriors just here to see if Batu's going to back up or not. And yeah, Batu's going to back up, so I think he's going to have to try and cancel those Isa warriors, and he can just ship those Berbers, and with the Berbers he just wins the game, doesn't he? Because the Berbers, like, skirms don't really
I
hard
mean,
counter the Berbers, and neither do Dragoons. And if he gets a good surround and gets on top of them, yeah, it's just practically over. Especially with the Conquistador age up, they're gonna be able to help deal with those Dragoons.
but I think the goons will be able to deal with the Berbers. I think
Not if the
he
Berbers
needs
get on
some.
top.
No, then he'll be forced to lose these Falcons. But I think he's trying to do as much damage as possible and not let Lionheart have a big mess, which I do. I think he has to go pressure because he's gonna go H4.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, this is a very bad fight for Lion that he's taking right now. He's trying to age up comfortably, but those Falconets have got so much value. He's killed basically all
Yeah,
of
look
his
at that.
H3 mass that he had, and those skirms are going to town. And now it's actually looking really bad for Lion because Batuan is just going to keep supporting this with more and more units. And Lionheart, yeah, he's queuing a Falconet, but the Falconet is never going to come out. A Church Wagon is coming in, and another Monastery is coming out. And this is looking really, really good for Batu. Batu just needs to keep sieging this building. He does not, he cannot allow Batu, he cannot allow Lionheart to get any Falconets out. And yeah, Lionheart is forced to ship one of these actual unit shipments rather than the artillery shipments that he has. He is going to ship the Shotel Warriors, but those are H2 Shotel, and he has a lot of veteran Dragoons in here, and this is looking like a very good game so far for Batuhan. Batuhan just needs to stay here. He needs to not move away from this base. He needs to commit. He needs to take out this Great Gebby before this Falconet pops, which he can do, especially with another Falconet shot. But the Falconet popped. Anyways, the Falconet
He
is going
sees
to
it.
go
He
down for
sees it
free.
though.
Yeah, that's a field gun, so that's an H4 Falconet. But so much export was wasted on that Falconet, and this game is practically over in my opinion. If especially if he gets those reinforcements in, but those shuttle are just gonna absolutely melt to those Dragoons that are in here. But Batuan really needs to not back off right now. There we go. We see the shuttle shipment right now. And look at how much damage those Dragoons do to those shuttles. He's going to kill one Falconet for all these shuttles, but he's wasted an H4 shipment, and all those shuttles are practically going to be dead except for one, yeah, two of them that make it out alive. And
I don't
Batuan
see how
should
he can
know
come back from this.
he's not coming back from this. Batuan should know that this is the shipment he has spent, and he should just sit under this TC. Um, and yeah, so very, very good gameplay right now from Batuan. I think it was just too ambitious for Lionheart to do all of this, especially knowing that France is a civ that can, tempo into Skirm Goon, and Lion is quite weak to those Skirm Goon, and he's going to try and ship those Gaskenia right now. 16 Gaskenia are going to be absolutely useless right now. They're going to do absolutely
I think he
nothing.
gets away with it, Jake, because sometimes people see those forts and they think they're real forts, but I think Batu just knows better,
Yeah.
and he didn't fool Batu on that one.
Yeah, Batuan has been playing this game really, really well. That those Gaskenia are gonna pop, but the same thing is gonna happen to the Gaskenia. What happened to the Chotels? The Gaskenia are all gonna go down. The Dragoons and the skirmishers are gonna do an amazing job. They're gonna kill a lot of villagers. Lying right now down to 13, 12 villagers, losing more and more villagers. Batuan very smartly pulling back a little bit just to be able to differentiate what is a Gaskenia and what is a villager. Taking down even more villagers. Lying down to 9 villagers. Score is still close only because Batuan right now is an H3 and Lionheart is an H4. But yeah, this is looking really well for Batu. Up to 30 vills, shipping 1,000 coin right now, and just this TC is gonna go down, and this game is going to be over. And Batuhan can say that
Yeah,
he
I
took a
told you.
game. At least Batuhan took a game, and he's not gonna get clean swept, and he can hold his head high. And
Nice
GG,
one.
well played.
I told you Skirm Goon would completely demolish Ethiopia, and Ethiopia had to go with conquistadors. It's the only way they can fight H3. Because I've played against Yusef and he did the conquistador Neftania. I think Lion has to play H3 here. His deck was a bit too ambitious.
I mean, Lion
I
had
guess
to
he
make
just felt
units.
confident.
He had to make units, not making units and just. This was a bit cocky from Lion, or rather, Lion looked at it and he's like, all right, I'm just 3 nil up anyways. Let me just try this strat, see
Yeah,
if it's
maybe
any
he's
good.
trying something fancy because he's Lionheart.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah,
I need to follow my name and do a meme.
exactly.
I think that was his try here.
Yeah. And you see, not making units should not win games, and I'm happy that not making units did not win this game for Lionheart.
Well played for Bato. He deserved the win.
Yeah, well played, Batuhan.
Good
So
decision making. Skirm perfect.
yeah, this is Batu's game style. Batuhan is a Skirm Goon player. He should be playing standard. He should play more like this because he still has comeback potential. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, Lion's only 2 games ahead right now. That's how Batuhan should think. He shouldn't be thinking, okay, I'm 1 loss away from losing the series. He should be thinking, I'm 2 games away from equaling the series. That's all he should be thinking about right now. And let's hope for
Yes,
our
no.
sake, as viewers and as enjoyers of this game, that this is going to be a little longer series than you know just a 4-1.
So how does it work? The Civ pickup. It's not a counter pick, right? So i- who picks first when? Do you know?
So the first game is a blind pick, and the winner of the first game picks, and then the picks alternate.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah, so that's the process of the civ picking here. So I think Lion won the first, so he picked first the second. Then Batu had to pick the third, and now Lion picked Ethiopia first, and Batu countered with France. So now Batu has to pick, and Lion can counter Batu.
Makes sense. Yeah, when you were playing Tom, Ethiopia, I did say that France was a little bit favorite. It felt like France just can deal with the age. You can't really rush France in H2 that well. But I
Mm,
think Tom just had some bad decisions. He went for Musketeer,
I think Tom played that
Falconet.
game well. I think Ethiopia just overwhelms in H2. It's not that you have to rush as Ethiopia. Ethiopia isn't a rush civ. Ethiopia is a timing civ. So it's a civ that can
No,
hit you with
Tom.
an H2 timing. And like if Tom
Yeah, but
comes
Tom
in with
left his base. Seven
yeah,
Musketeers and two Falconets. What the fuck is that?
that's
And
true, but
that's
if you come in with like 20 musketeers, 2 falconets and 15 skirms and I have 20 shotel, 30 gaskenia, 7 what are they called, cannoneers, and like 10 Sudanese, I'm still gonna win the fight, and you're not gonna be able to remess, and I'm still remassing behind it, especially because it's a cattle map. You understand? So I don't think Tom made any mistakes that were that
I
big per
see.
se in that game. It's just that Ethiopia likes to overwhelm their opponents. Let me try and update the score right now. It is currently 3-1 to Lionheart. So Batuhan has gotten a game. So my prediction was wrong on the 4-0. So my second prediction is still alive on this being a close series and Batuan taking it 4-3. We could see a reverse sweep here. This is Age of Empires 3. This is not some kind of professional sport, so reverse sweeps are always possible. Shake sucks game. Fucking Lionheart. Anyways, let's go. Let's jump into the fifth game, and we are seeing a classic
Ooh,
over here, ladies
Mexico.
and gentlemen.
So he didn't ban Mexico.
No, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fifth game of this best of seven series, hosted by ESOC TV for the Spring Championships on the southwest side of the map. In the color blue, we have Lionheart UK playing as the Mexicans, and on the northeast side of the map, in the color red, we have Batuhan playing as the Spanish. Now, this is a do or die game for Batuhan, like last game was. Um, he has to win this game, or Lionheart wins the series. Now, this matchup particularly, it's very tricky. Every matchup against Mexico is very tricky because you never know what Mexico is going to do. Now, I have a general idea of two things that Lionheart can do on this map. Actually, there's three possible options. First, Lion can very well go for a Baja Revolt because he only needs 1, 2, 3 TPs to be able to take the monopoly here. And he
Mm.
can try and force Batuhan to try and overcommit and stress. But
It's
against
too
Spain,
many.
that's not a good idea because Spain can just ignore everything, do its basic standard stuff, and push with 2 falconets, 50 musketeers, etc., etc.
Lancers is impossible
Exactly, and
to
just
stop.
win the game. So Baja, I think, is out of the question. The other thing that that Mexico can do here is forward base, try and poke with the pikemen, maybe Navajos, even though I don't like Navajos personally, but you can do that, and then go into a Central America revolt. And the third thing he can do, which is riskier but is also very good, he can go for a Rio Grande revolt and get his 3 field guns and his 4 culverin royale. Um, in my opinion,
Yeah, he has to do something like that. This matchup, I think, is Spain favored. By the way,
you think so?
um, I think so.
I mean, in my opinion, Spain can deal with a lot of the Mexico BS. Like, if I'm Spain, I want to see a Rio Grande revolt because the moment I see a Rio Grande revolt, um, I'm shipping Lancers back to back, and I'm going in with my mass because H3 revolutionaries suck against heavy cavalry, especially anti-infantry heavy cavalry, and they're gonna do just fine a job in fighting all of those revolutionaries. So I don't even
What
ship
what
my
what
falconets.
what Mexico gonna do against Spain push? I mean, I don't know how he can stop it.
You can go into early pikes, idle, kill a tower, kill a TP, and go into Central America, revolt behind it, and ship 2 culverins and mass soldados behind it, and then you can hold the Spanish push, and you have a better economy. And Spain's momentum is dead by then. You understand? That's what he can do
Yeah,
here.
I think the Pikes play is probably the best.
Oh, but
Taking
look at
map
the
control.
stacks. Look at the stacks. Sud native. He's planning something with red sea wagons, my friend.
What is that?
Oh no, 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 no! I think we're going to see
It,
something way more disgusting from Lion.
it has the Navajo. He
Yeah.
could completely try to kill. Bato's villagers. I think that's probably the best play.
I don't think he's going to try and go for Navajos either. I think he's going to try and go for some H4 shenanigans.
Oh, really?
I think so because if you think about it, with the Sudanese native, he can get Red Sea wagons. With Red
What
Sea
is that?
wagons, that is a shipment that gives you 2 wagons that can build most of the buildings in the game.
Oh, I
Okay?
see.
So with the Red Sea wagons, he can get 2 towers. With the Age of Central America, he can get 3 more towers. And then he's got 5 towers. And good luck pushing into 5 frontier towers in a TC.
Right.
But
Yeah, I think
on
he
the
has a
other
third
hand,
though.
Batuan, if he's smart, he has advanced artillery in his deck, which he does not. This is the deck I gave him actually, and this does not have advanced artillery, which is
It's fine. With the Fox, you can push.
it's still questionable, isn't it? It's still
If it
questionable.
goes, it's hard to do that with the Rodaleros, but better is to do masks. You can siege fast. It depends what's gonna go for.
What
Uh,
is Batuan? Probably Batuan wants to get steel traps in H2. That's why he's
he need,
jumping
he
that
need,
much.
and he needs to get like a standard build here, Robot style. I think that's probably the best. Let me look at the stats for this matchup.
And yeah, Sudanese has been taken by Lionheart right now, and he is getting the Red Sea wagons out right now. So he's going to go for a very special Sudanese build here. Now let's see what the build is going to be specifically. Let's see what he's going to place with these Red Sea wagons. He can even make haciendas. So hacienda is a 600 wood building, Caverna. He can get 2 600 wood buildings for the price of 250 food and 150 coin. So for the price of 400 resources that are easier to gather than wood, he's going to get 1,000 wood shipment building. 1,200 wood shipment buildings. Now he's going to get 3 Hulk and Javelineers for each hacienda he owns. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 haciendas. He's going to get 12 Hulkans. So listen to this, Caverna. He's going to go 12 Hulkans. He's going to ship coin behind this. He's going to age, and he's probably going to go into Rio Grande behind this. So now he does have sufficient anti-cap to do whatever he wants against Spain. So how is this a Spain favorite matchup?
That was a cool strat by Lionheart. This is don't see every day.
You don't,
Uh,
but Mexico is well and fully capable of this. And yeah, a
on the
stable has been put
1800
down.
plus, Spain has a 65% win rate against Mexico. No, 1900 plus, 76%. But it's not a very famous matchup. There's not much data, so it's hard to say. And that's what I said about Lionheart. He's a guy that knows the stuff. And then who does this? I never seen
Yeah,
this.
but like Batuan as well, he's going for a 5 Hus semi for some reason. As Spain, when he just should naked FF. And he's lost all of his
Oh
tempo
yeah,
and momentum now. So it's the second time this series that we're seeing a Spanish player lose his momentum. But Lionheart, yes, he did take care of it better in the first game. But like those 5 Hus are gonna achieve absolutely nothing because villagers, for some reason, can also garrison in haciendas. So except for idle time, he's not gonna get anything. And
yeah. But the
behind
game
all of
is
this,
far from over yet,
it
and
is far from
I don't.
over, but now Maya crops are coming in. All existing and newly constructed hacienda spawned 300 food, so now he has 1,200 food shipments. And
H2.
oh my god, he's gonna go H4.
If he gets to H4 and revolt with some, oh, that's gonna be hard.
He's gonna go H4 behind this, and Batuhan played completely into his hands by just going for a 5 Hus semi.
He needs the musketeer falconet push, I think.
He needs it
That's
urgently. He needs it the most urgent in the world because Batuhan is not aging yet.
oh my god, he's not H2 yet. That's 7 minutes. Jeez.
He is in a 7 minute H2 right now. And he's only going to be up by minute, like, he doesn't even have House of Trastamara in his deck, so he's only going to be able to hit H3 by minute, like, 930. And by that time, Mexico is
I have
already
to be
going to have his
H4.
1,000 coin on the floor, and the 1,000 coin is going to allow him to be H4. And then what is Batuhan
100%.
going to do?
He's gonna be H behind.
Yep.
I think a robot standard build would crash. Would
Yeah.
crash here. Mexico.
Absolutely. Absolutely. By now, Spain should have Falconets out on the floor.
Whatever
realistically.
Lionheart did here, it didn't accomplish much. But I think that's Bato's fault here for delaying his age up.
I also think so, but as I'm saying, Falconets and Musketeers should have already been sieging this hacienda over here. He should already be sieging this, and in one half a minute from now, he should be here. But
Yeah,
he's not
but
even
now
going to be
it's scary
H3.
because Mexico is already before you, so he can revolt from here. An H3 revolt could be quite scary and it's hard to deal with. I think he's lost his momentum, and I don't know if Bato's gonna be. I think this is looking pretty good for Lion. Not
I
gonna
think
lie.
game is over because whatever Lion decides to do, he can even Rio Grande now, and there's nothing that Batuan can do about it. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't even have to Rio Grande. Like Lionheart can just build a market right now, trade a little bit of that food and age up and do whatever he wants basically, and he's just won the game because look at scores. He's 5K score ahead. Yeah, okay, haciendas are a lot of buildings resource wise. They contribute like 1, 2, 3, 4 haciendas is and he's gonna Rio Grande, and yeah, this game is over.
Oof. That's rough, man.
But he
Too
doesn't
bad
have an
for Bato.
artillery foundry. That is a
But I
thing.
wonder what he has a lot of haciendas. Look at his decks. If there's any something funky with the haciendas.
Not really. The only thing is that the haciendas can spawn villagers over time. So when he puts the haciendas on villagers, which he is
Oh,
now, so the haciendas are spawning villagers without him having to actually spend a card on it. But
that's pretty good.
the only positive thing here for Patuhan is that Lionheart doesn't have an artillery foundry, so he won't be able to upgrade his falconets and culverins for free.
It's getting two fox. Is it two fox or three fox?
He's gonna get 3 falcons.
Or field guns, right? No fox.
No, regular
Okay, the
falconets
fox.
because he doesn't have an artillery foundry to get the free upgrades. But he's gonna continue massing musketeers and like there is no. Oh, actually, you know what? 5 lancers, 8 hussars, and more 5 lancers and minutemen will absolutely clean up this fight. So if he goes in right now, he has to go in. He cannot waste time. This was such a horrible pop. Go in before the reinforcing musketeers come in. And no, what is he doing? Batu, no. Now it's becoming dangerous. The falconets are going to be absolutely useless here, but he has to commit on the musketeers. Do not focus the falconets right now. The falconets are not interesting. And Batuhan could completely clean this with all the lancers that he's got. He's even shipping 4 lancers behind this. And yes, Batuhan is actually winning this game right now.
Wow.
Let's see what Lionheart is shipping. Shipping 4 culverins, but culverins are going to be useless against pure cav. The lancers are going down slowly but surely because again he's focusing down the falconets, which he really shouldn't be focusing down. Is he going to make more lancers? Yes, more lancers are going to come in. More hussars are going to come in. More lancers are being made. More dogs are being made.
Dogs.
So yeah, so the dogs are in here right now, and the lancers are making short work of this infantry, and the dogs are making short work of the falconets. And actually, Batu has managed to claw his way back into this game. He's making dragoons behind this, which he should have just cancelled this and make more lancers because he's going to ship 4 culverins behind this. No, he's going to ship the revolutionaries, but revolutionaries, as we were looking at their stats, they have 21.167 against cavalry in range. So they actually have only what 30 damage in range. But Lancers have a 30% range resist. And in melee, they only have a
180
time
damage.
2. Exactly.
What's the
So
damage of a lancer?
a Lancer
Usually,
does 20 times 3, so he does 60 damage to a Revolutionary. They 3-shot Revolutionaries. He has to keep this mass alive. He really has no other
He
option
needs
but to
to
keep
wait.
this mass alive. He cannot lose even a single Lancer here is very dangerous for him.
Right. And he's shipping 2 falcons is gonna help, I think. But
2 falconets are amazing right now.
Is Lion getting coverings?
He isn't. He isn't. The
cancel,
Lion is
right?
going to try and commit here on the TC, but I feel like the Explorer pop here was a bit too. Okay, it was good because it mentally changed his mind, like it forced him to back off. But the Falconets are here for only one reason and one reason only: kill as many revolutionaries as possible. If he manages to do that and surround again with the Lancers, he has to go in right now and he has to pop the Falconets right over here. If he manages to
Bad
kill as
pathing.
many Lancers as many revolutionaries as possible, then yeah, then I mean the culverins have no use afterwards. So he has to push right now before those culverins come in. Lionheart already back on 5 villagers with this cheat sieve that he's playing. He's cheating completely. But this mess, like, look at how many Lancers there are here, man. He's shipping Cav Combat, but he doesn't have Caballeros in deck. Okay, but 14 Lancers, those 2 Falconets, all they need to do is get 1 shot off. 1 shot from those 2 Falconets and he cleans this entire army. But Batu needs to go in now. He cannot delay. He cannot wait for Cav Combat. He cannot wait for this additional... Actually, he can if he wants, theoretically. But now is the prime time to try and take this all down before
Oh my
Lionhearts
god.
decide to ship more units. But Lionheart doesn't have a shipment ready. So this could be very, very good for Batu still. This is... Like, the score is so high just because of the Haciendas. It is purely the Haciendas that are keeping the score alive. But please don't lose your units. No, that's 2 Lancers going down and a flag going up. And now it's becoming dangerous because now those Revolutionaries are actually going to be able to do a lot of damage to those Lancers that Explorer has been able to tank a lot. He's fighting in trees, and fighting in trees is never good. Now Cav Combat is in actually for those Lancers. Those Lancers now do even more damage and have more HP. So he's going to be able to clean more and more units. And he just needed to wait for his reinforcements. I don't know why Batuan keeps picking these horrible fights for himself, even though he's going to clean up, yes, but the cleanup isn't going to be as good. Now, I want to see if Batuan has any line of sight of those culverins. He does not have line of sight of those culverins right now. He is shipping his 1000th word right now. He's keeping on making the Lancers. What is Lionheart going to ship behind this? Lionheart is going to make more Revolutionaries. The Falconets are going to ship forward Hacienda. He needs to keep his mass alive. As many Lancers as possible, because the momentum and the tempo for Mexico is dying down right now. And Spain with 1000 wood, if he has a second TC over here, he's only going to grow into the game rather than
Look at
grow
Batu.
out
He's
of the
chasing
game.
the Cubs. He's chasing the Cubs.
He
He's
is. He
aware.
did find the calls. He did find the culverins. Or is he just scouting? No, he's just scouting. He did find the culverins, and he has to commit on the culverins now. Take your units and go kill the culverins while Lion has no army. Lion has 5 revolutionaries. Go and kill those culverins now. Do not get stuck on this villager right now. Go and look for those culverins wherever they might be. You're going for them right now. You're going to split, take that lancer back, and try and find those culverins. Is Batuan going to be able to spot those culverins? Those culverins are 1600 resources right now. He's popping Minutemen because he knows those culverins are there somewhere. But yeah, lancers are just going to make short work of those Minutemen. Minutemen have the infantry tag, so they're just going to melt to those lancers. He's bringing in the falconet just to try and bait out the culverins, and there he needs to put his units back, and there we go. Batuan is actually going to be able to find those culverins, and ladies and gentlemen, Batuan is ahead in score right now. Batuan is ahead in score, and Batuan has found the culverins. The 4 culverins are all going to die. And Batuan is going to have his 2 falconets for free, and I think this is GG right now. Batuan is winning this game, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing the impossible, and he's coming back from such a bad position.
Oh, that's beautiful. Like the Lancers against the Revolt, he's just the ice in the cake. Well played, Batu.
Yes, and Batuan has taken down that forward Hacienda, so the score has dipped. He's going to take down the other Hacienda, so the score is going to dip by another 600 score. And now he can just go for the TC and he can finish off this game. These Lancers have done an amazing job. Right now we're seeing an 8 Dragoon shipment, but if those Lancers are going to be able to connect on these Dragoons, the Lancers will be able to do a good job because they do have cap combat, even with the falconets. He can do a good job against those lancers, against those dragoons. But from the moment those dragoons pop, Batuhan can decide to try and make other units bar lancers, because he's got 33 villagers. He's got a great economy right now. We're seeing more revolutionaries pop out. We're seeing the other revolutionaries being caught out by lancers. And there we go. We are seeing the veteran dragoons popping out, but the lancers are going to commit to them. He is going to be able to surround, and no, he's going to back up. No, he isn't going to back up. Okay, he's going to go in. He's going to try and surround these dragoons. These dragoons are going to suicide themselves to try and take down the down center, but all of the dragoons are going to go down. And this is Lionheart's only win condition right now, because he's got nothing else shipping behind these. He's got no economy to be able to make any units. And look at how fast all of those dragoons are going to go down. Yes, he's lost his towns, his falconets, but he still has enough siege in those lancers, and those 2 lancers are going to make short work of those dragoons. They're going to be able to kill them, and all of those villagers are going to be able to go down as well. Lancers don't have bad siege. They have 23 siege right now. Very nice microing right here by Lion. He might be able to kill this lancer. Yeah, very nice microing, but at the other end, he's completely belled up in his TC. What are we seeing here from Batu? We're seeing 9 rods and 5 us just chilling in base, waiting to be called up as reinforcements. But yeah, those 2 lancers, look at how much damage those lancers do to those revolutionaries right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but wait, why do revolutionaries have 30% melee resist? I didn't know that revolutionaries had melee resist. I thought they had range resistance. 30% is a lot, so they don't actually 3-shot them, as I thought. Anyways, a lot of Mexican vills going down. That's 1, 2 villagers going down. TC is almost down. 11 villagers only left
11
right now.
villagers.
Yep. And that TC is going to go down. There's 9 villagers in this TC currently. And when that TC is going to go down, it is GG. And ladies and gentlemen, the score is 3-2. And Batuan takes the 5th game.
I think
Wow.
Batu just pulled the big brace here. I'm super impressed by this game. I think he understood the matchup very well, and going for Lancers against Revolutionaries just worked.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Batuan is just doing it. The game looked over, didn't it? Because we're thinking, okay, Lion can just go H4 and just do whatever. But Lion, I think I don't know. The decision to go Rio Grande actually hurt him a lot because, as I said, he didn't have the artillery foundry, so he couldn't get the upgrades for his artillery. And going for stable for Batuhan really saved him because I remember practicing the matchup USA Mexico where I played USA and I did it a lot with Robert and we both came to the conclusion that what kills Rio Grande early on is the 12 Ulan shipment because they're so weak to heavy cavalry in the beginning of the game and Batuhan that just did that very well, but he did it even better than the Ulans. He made Lancers, and having what is it? How many Lancers
But
he has right
Robot
now?
says never make Lancers, only ship them.
20.
But
Yeah, but
this
not
was
now.
the right play.
Yeah, 23 Lancers with Cav combat out on the field. With Caballeros, they would have even gotten a 4x against those revolutionaries. They probably would have almost two shot them. But yeah, the decision making has been really good by Batu this time around, even if he started off very bad with the Cav semi, but it's been very questionable from Lion. Look at this. Look at the military unit count always going down. Lion not being able to win fights anymore.
Yeah, the thing with Lion, like he had the advantage of the control at the beginning. He didn't have to revolt as fast as he did. I feel like I think he revolted a bit too early. Maybe he should have shipped like wood on H3 and made an artillery foundry, like you said, and then. But the thing is, against Lancers, I don't know if that's gonna be actually pretty good or not.
Yeah,
He would have needed pikes, and I don't even know that H2 pikes gonna do it against Lancers.
yeah. Anyways, let's hop into the next game. And this has become a series, man. And I think Lion is not very comfortable at the moment. Now, I'm sorry for the Discord notifications in the background. I just don't know how to mute Discord on my PC. It's so annoying. Um, yeah, it
You
is.
right click and you say mute server. I'll show you
No, but it's
later.
not server. It's also DMs I'm getting. It's like I don't know. All non-ranked games. Okay, let's go to spectator mode and let's wait for the game to load up. And yeah, the series is now at 3-2. Do not disturb mode. How do I do that? Okay. How do I go
I do
into do
not
not
know.
disturb? Edit profile. And oh my god, yeah, I'm just gonna mute every single server. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I do. Bottom left. Use the volume mix.
Green ball on the left. Okay. Oh, do not disturb. There we go. Thank you, Crab. Thank you, Peekaboo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we got it sorted, ladies and gentlemen. Excuses for that. We did that while waiting on the next game. Now I want to see if the players have decided to go on a little break, maybe because I definitely need a goddamn break. Nope, they're gonna soldier it through. We've been live for about 2 hours now, isn't it? And the players haven't taken a break. Like knowing myself, I would have taken like 2 smoke breaks by now. Um, so yeah, congrats, good on them for soldiering on right now.
It's not good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in dire need of a cigarette at the moment. So, on one side, I want my fellow clan member and one of my dearest friends, Batuan, to win the series, and on the other hand, I want Lion to win the series so I can smoke a cigarette. But yeah. So we got 200 viewers in here currently. So welcome out to the stream, and we're going to jump straight into Game 6, played on Manchuria between Portugal and
Ooh.
Lakota. All right, this is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to this best of 7 series hosted by ESOC TV for the Spring Championships with a prize pool of currently $750. Please do not forget, if you want to support ESOC and its future endeavors, please consider donating so more Age of Empires 3 content can be pumped out. On the north side of the map, in the color blue, we are seeing the Portuguese in the color blue, played by Lionheart. And on the south side of the map, we are seeing the Lakota, played by Batuhan in the color yellow. Now, on this map, Batuhan has a clear advantage because he can just go take all the yaks so quickly. Um, he can go for a behind his base stagecoach. I do not know how good the stagecoach is on this map. I don't think it's as great because it's only two, but he is going to get all of the livestock probably because Lionheart is going to start off by building a TP. And yeah, Lion is going to maybe get this one and maybe get this one and maybe possibly the third one, but Batuan is already on six yaks, and it's just a minute, not even a minute 10 in the game, and it's
Right.
gonna look very very good for him, and he can even fast stage into 4x and try and deny any forward TC shenanigans from Lion. What do you think about this matchup?
I think it's a fair matchup. It does alternate between the 1800s, 1900, 2000. It goes back and forth. Some places, Lakota has an advantage in the 1800 plus, and then 1900 plus, um, Lakota is Ports is the winner. So I think it's fair
Ooh!
fair matchup. I would say. I don't know. Maybe that is something that I don't know, but by just looking at the stats alone, it's back and forth.
Back and forth. I thought Batuan was going to steal this treasure. Now, for the people who don't know, he did not snipe or anything, but Lakota get views of all the native TPs on the map from H1. So he knows where everything is, so he probably spotted it and saw that he was working on this treasure. Now, another yak taken by Batuhan. Now, this is not great for Lion because he's not really had much to work with for his 10-10. So his 10-10 is going to come at the same timing as a 12-10 for France, which isn't the greatest. So this isn't a very good 10-10 right now for
Can you look at
ports.
his deck?
Yes, it's going to be a tourney deck. That's what the net deck name is. We're barely seeing any H2 shipment, so that's very dangerous. This is
No
very, very
water.
dangerous. No water, only anti-water, two anti-water
Into
shipments for
water.
some reason against Lakota. That isn't really known as an anti-water sieve. Now, Lakota are going to eat up their yaks really, really quickly, and he's probably going to opt for a fast age up. No, he's going to opt for a chief, which I also respect because that's going to give him the 400 wood age up, and he's going to be able to put down two trading posts, especially if he's going to decide to go for 700 wood afterwards, and he's going to be able to get a stagecoach economy, he's going to be able to get a forward war hut, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with Axe Riders, and if Lionheart is going to decide to just bot into 8 Hal to Oregon, I mean, he is in for a very nasty surprise because Seaton Bowman are absolutely going to be able to melt um, 8 halberdiers, and axe riders and in general native civs hand cavalry do exceptionally well against artillery. Another yak being stolen there from Batuhan, so he still has two yaks, another yak over there, two undiscovered yaks that he's probably going to discover when he's going to try and build his TP stagecoach. And yeah, this is been so far a very very good start for Batuhan. He is going to spot where that TC is going to go. I think yeah, Lion is going to put this straight into his base. He still has this hunt. He has aged up with the food. He hasn't started picking up the food yet, so it's going to slow his age up just a little bit more even now. Um, and Batuan is going to be very smart. He's going to lure away those hunts from Lionheart. And Lionheart's only other hunt right here is the Cerro hunt, which yeah, Port is probably going to make it into H3 unscathed, but how well is Port going to be able to contest Lakota in H3? That is the question. And with a worse economy, because there's going to be stagecoach for Lakota, and Lakota has way more yaks. It has a TP, it has a market, he has hunting dogs, so he has all the upgrades necessary already. So yeah, I'm very interested to see
I
how
think
this will
Forrest
go.
might have a good timing with like maybe Hub's organ guns, but at some point the shipments from Lakota might just overwhelm. If you're trying to push with not many units, and Lakota units just too good, especially
Yeah,
with the
that's the
dogs
thing,
and
right,
everything.
Caverna? That like if he
Yeah.
ships Seton bows and makes Seton bows, because in his deck you see 7 Setons and he can make Setons, he can get 4 axe, 3 axe, 2 Tokalas. I wouldn't even recommend switching the resource crates for very long. I would even recommend staying on XP just so you can get so much cavalry out to a point where you can really overwhelm Port. Now he is going to try and take down this TP which is very good. It's going to slow port down even more. Now Lionheart is already aging. He's getting a market out. He's getting his 700 wood. He's slow aging probably with Shotels. No, he's aging with Cassadors, which is a very interesting decision going against Lakota. I don't know how smart that is, but it is a decision he's going to take. Um, I mean, I don't know
Maybe
how
he
much
thinks he's
Lionheart
gonna
has played this
do.
matchup.
Maybe he thinks he's gonna go bow riders or rifle riders,
I
and
mean,
he needs
yeah.
some skirms and stop the.
Ooh.
It's not a bad age up. I
He's
don't hate it.
decided to ship Minutemen to try and save his TP. I mean, he is
Yeah,
going
I
to
think it's too
save the
late.
TP, but no, he's going to save it. But is that really a decision you want to be making, Minutemen, right now? You're not even under pressure yet under your base, and I mean, your TP is valuable, but is it that valuable that you're going to ship Minutemen right now? These Minutemen are going to lose HP, and Batuan is backing off, and he's going to go back, and he's going to just siege
That's
his TP, and with the area
300
damage,
resources.
yeah, and with the area damage of his
And
Explorer, he's just gonna right-click these units, and he's gonna kill them all, and now he's queuing pikemen. I told you, he's relying super heavily on his age up with the halberdiers. He's relying so hard on them that he just wants the halberdiers to protect the organs, and the organs do all the work. But it doesn't really work that way against Lakota, does it? And now those pikemen are just gonna go right back to sieging that TP, and they're gonna kill that TP. Now that Explorer is gonna go down for Lionheart, and the clubmen are going to make minced meat of pikemen. So that's another 5 pikes gone. Now he's going to look for the TC, but instead of looking for the TC, he's actually going to find Cassadors, and he's also going to take down the age up option. And now Lionheart has popped Minutemen at the other side of the TC, which is also not good for him. And the TC is going to go down here to the Club Warriors, and those Minutemen are going to go down to the Explorers and the Axe Riders. Another shipment coming in from Lionheart right now. He's shipping the Halberdiers. Lord is Lakota shipping behind this. He's shipping 8 Setons. He already has a stagecoach in. He is putting it on wood. He's shipping the 7 Seton Bowman right now. And yeah, he did lose his Explorer in that exchange, but as soon as he's going to go back in, this Explorer, look at how fast his HP is regenerating. He's going to go in, and yeah, there's not really anything except for those 8 halbs that are going to be able to protect the organ guns. And he's even canceled the 8 halbs and decided to go for 5 dragoons. Wow, that's not even a body block. I mean, Lakota still has 2 Takalas and 3 axe that he can ship, right, Caverna? So I don't know
yeah,
how good the 5 dragoon shipment is right now. And he's even made shipping Cassadors
I
behind
like it.
this.
I like it. He's going for Skirmigoon. I think that's the thing with Lakota is Skirmigoon is super hard to deal with.
I
You
mean, but
have to have
Lakota has
a
like so
god
much better
micro.
eco, bro. Lakota has
Yeah, also
this is
that.
4 vil, this is 4 vil, 23 villagers. So Lakota right now is
The cows.
on what is it? 8 plus 23 is on 31 villagers, and Port is on 16 villagers, and he's nowhere near scaling. He's making units, so he can't even triple TC boom properly. And even if he wants to boom, he barely has any resources. Yes, that gold mine is a blessing, but those 2 mines are gonna run out eventually. And I think, honestly, that Batuhan just needs to age up behind this. He needs to put one of those TPs on XP right now just to get that little bit more of an XP trickle in, and he just needs to age behind this. Now that Club Warrior is going to try and resurrect that Explorer, but he's gonna die before he's gonna do that probably. Yeah, exactly. That Explorer is still not gonna live. Smart decision
He's
by
doing more
Lionheart to
Axe
spot that.
Riders.
So probably
He
he's
wants
going
to
for an
finish in
HP timing.
H2.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
not a
how I
bad
feel about
decision.
this.
I feel good about this actually. I mean, because he doesn't have resources to ship organ guns yet. And this is a very healthy mass by Lakota. And if Lakota decides to ship 2 Tukalas right now as well, no, he's deciding to go for the wood or the coin, okay. But if he will eventually decide to ship the Tukalas are gonna do a lot of damage, especially with Axe Riders. If he's gonna get like 10 Axe Riders, yeah, those
Yeah, I
wounds and
think
harps are
Lakota
good.
BGG.
Yeah, but
BGG.
this is not enough anti-cav from Lion, and Lion is falling for the same mistake again, which is he doesn't make enough anti-cav. This
Yeah,
isn't
he's
enough
doing some
anti-cav.
hubs now.
Yeah, but this
7
isn't
hubs.
enough. This isn't enough for him. And Lion knows that he's not in a position where he can really ship the
Well,
three organs.
He's stuck on 3 town centers next to each other with no map control. He's going for another hunt now down south. He needs that hunt so badly.
Batuhan really needs his Explorer though. His Explorer is a very necessary right now. He really needs his Explorer because the 3 organs are gonna come in, and this game is gonna be decided in the next 2 minutes when those organs come in. When those organs
Look
come
at
in,
Batu. I think he's gonna age up.
if Batu's gonna take a bad fight, Batu's dead. No, Batu's not looking to age up. Batu's actually making more and more units. So he's got
Oha.
10 X Riders right now on the field.
Oha.
He's got 14 Club Warriors and 18 Chetans. He's gonna send an X Rider to try and save Spotted Horse, his Explorer, which is a very correct decision right now. Yeah, and he might possibly see the organ guns popping. Did he see the organ guns popping? No, he probably didn't see the
No,
organ guns popping. But he's
it's
gonna get some
expected.
more X, and once those X are made, he's gonna have enough XP to ship Tokalas. And if he manages to surround with X, Tokala, Chetans, and clubs, he's going to completely clean up port, and he's going to be able to age up behind this. But this is the big push for Lion. If Lion manages to do a lot of damage here with these organ guns and actually be able to clean before the extra additional X Riders and Tokala soldiers come in, then yeah, then Lion is in a golden position because as I'm saying, yeah, there we go. He's
There
shipping
you
more
go.
Tokala. He's got 14 X Riders right now. Please do not take this engagement before your units come in. And not in the trees. Oh my god, he's gonna take the fight. No, he's
No,
not.
he can't.
Stop
He
poking.
can't lose the TP. I think the
You
outpost
cannot poke
should
here.
be.
You cannot poke because there's trees. Please. What is he doing? Go in. Okay, anyways, he's going to try and cover mode the Chetans, which is very nice. The Setons are actually taking down the Halberdiers and all the other anti-cav. One organ gun is already down. Second organ gun is in danger of going down, but again, the micro here
Yeah,
from
that's
Batuan has been really poor. It's really, really, really poor.
yeah. This is amazing for Lionheart. He had absolutely nothing, and he managed to clean up battle
Oh
here.
my god, Batuhan! Wow, and that is how this series ends. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this best of seven series, Lionheart. Congratulations. Very well played. Very beautiful
Yeah,
positioning in between those
I think
trees.
he didn't have to take this fight. He had
He
resources. He
didn't.
had the TP. He could have lose the forward base there. It wouldn't be a problem. Lakota does not suffer from this. He was fine. He was
And
totally
Lion
fine.
coming in with Port is OP, even though Lion, yes, Port is a very strong Civ, but this was not a Civ win. I'm sorry. This was a throw from Batuhan to fight in between those trees, and you
I
just
think so
microed
too.
this very well with your halberdiers in the right positions. The fight was just so bad. The fight was
Well
so
played,
bad.
Lionheart.
Yeah, those 14 acts just ran around doing nothing there. You do not take the fight. Let that Warhut go down. Force him to try and go to your stable and then fight when you're not in the middle of trees.
Yeah, that was a poor decision from Batu. That's I've how many times you play against Lakota, they let you siege their first base, and then you go to their base to push, and then they pop everything on you, and you lose everything. Um, there's no need to engage there in the trees.
Exactly.
I mean, I think the props for Lionheart for in indulging an error on Batu, and he thought that he couldn't lose that barracks for some reason, and he forced an error
Yeah.
into Battle Hands.
Yeah.
Well played.
At the end of the day, I think this was a pretty close series. The first three games were, um, Batuhan made some mistakes. Lionheart made some very smart plays. And at the end of the day, the last two games that they played before this, Batuhan just one very nice comeback, one very dominant game he played with France. This is a very good experience for Batuan. I think he made himself a very nice reputation. He showed that he's a capable player, capable of doing good things. Lionheart just sticking to his guns. Like the positive thing about Lionheart is so consistent, man. He's so consistent with his gameplay. You know what he's going to do every game, and every game he does the same, but he just gets out of it and he does it well. But if you see the unit count, man, Lakota should not be losing these kind of fights. He should not be engaging in these kind of fights, especially when you're out gathering ports as a civ like Lakota. You had more villagers, you had more TPs, you had everything. You should not be taking these unfavorable fights. Even he could have decided to age up behind it. He still had the fast stage. He could have made rifle riders and just completely destroyed everything that was here. But anyways, I respect it. It happens. Tourney jitters. Well played to both players. Um, so yeah, really well played. I don't know what's going on. I've seen whispers of a best of seven between Robrod and Tom. Um, so yeah, I don't think I can cast this honestly because I have been casting for about 2.5 hours right now, and I'm very hungry. Not only am I hungry, I actually want to smoke. So I don't think I'm going to be able to cast the series. Caverna, do you think you can do it, or are you also off
No, I'm going to the hospital now, so
to see your dad? Yeah, all good, man. Yeah.
I am exactly.
Um, Regardless, I think this was a great series. So any ESOC boys, contact me. Tell me what you want me to do right now. Should I send a raid over? Should I keep it? Should someone else start the stream over? Or what is going to go on? Let me know.
Should you raid someone? Let me see who is playing. Who is playing right now? Is Lion streaming?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Nobody's streaming though.
No, nobody is. But there's supposed to be a best of 7 right now going on between Luktom and Robrot. So, yeah.
Okay. On Izok?
Apparently, yeah.
Mm. Lionheart, do you want to cast it for Izok?
Yeah, if Lion can cast, maybe take over the stream.
I'm gonna have to leave.
Yeah, same here. So I think I'm just gonna end the stream here, boys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for co-casting with me, Caverna. Thanks, Isak, for the cast. Thanks to both players. Thanks for all the viewers. I had really a lot of fun casting it. It was a great series. Batuan, keep your head high. Congratulations, Lion. I think you can do some damage against Kevin. Um, yeah, good luck to you in the next round. And this is Shake and Caverna signing off from Free Food Party. Go check out our website. We also host a lot of events and tournaments, etc. So definitely go check us out at freefoodparty.com and join our Discord server at Free Food Party. And this is me signing off. So goodbye, boys. Bye bye.